we'll begin recording here. Okay, so this is episode 33 of the Frostmoor Crows. I have, in fact, divulged this. I have discovered this by going
35.
back through YouTube videos just now.
Yeah, I saw that, and all organized and.
Oh, really?
Nice.
What level are we up to? So, I mean, what
Level.
number are we up
We're
to?
33. We're
Yeah.
level 33. We are about to smash some.
All right, cool.
33. So that's impressive. And what level are you guys now?
5, I believe.
Five.
Alright.
5. Yes, 5.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I was already looking at level 6 stuff and licking my lips.
Licking your lips on the level 6 stuff. I see.
I'm
So
in a bit of a
presently, nobody. Well, no, there's 2 people in roll 20.
Oh, whoops.
I'm not. I usually just leave my character in there anyway.
Last I recall, if I'm not absolutely dreaming, you guys are still just about to leave this burrow that you were in with the goblins. Is that correct? You didn't get any further than that, did you?
We were doing
a huddle after meeting the elf.
We had an hour huddle.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
But we did say we'd go back to the Goblin Cave to do that, to get away from the weirdy elves.
You did. I'm sure you did. I'm sure you went back and then you stayed the night there and had a conversation with them.
No, but after that,
we stayed the night before that.
The elves gave us an hour. Whatever you
the
want
elves
to call
gave
it.
you an hour.
An hour to decide.
Right, and you were about to go back to the elves.
Yes.
Are we going to go back to the elves? Because from what I heard, they were pretty menacing about it.
I need to. No, I don't want to. I don't want to cross anybody. I think it's respectful to at least decline in person rather than attempt to run away.
I agree.
Okay, well, I see that, but I was also sort of under the impression that if we refused, they would kill us.
No,
because we're on their land.
No.
They basically just said that if we refuse, the offer won't be available for us if we come back. But I'm sure if we come back with some
Invoice,
reason
maybe?
to come back, I think we can reopen this bridge if needed.
Dealing with people from the Feywild, man. They're a fickle bunch.
Well,
They're
if we come
all from the Feywild, though,
that's
right?
right. If we come back, we get ready to fight. But if they do refuse us the second time, we just be ready for them. Take them on.
All right.
That Goliath didn't look so tough.
Yeah, I made him fall on his ass.
Anyone who puts a bunch of people on spikes, that's just compensating.
True.
I have heard that's true.
Big Goliath.
Yeah.
Little personality.
So let's go back and respectfully decline these fuckers.
All right.
Okay.
Then we're going back to the rest.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well, do we want to stop at Balkanite on the way?
Let's go see if we can't recruit these goblins to be house goblins.
House goblins.
I don't think Harbrick will be too keen on it to start with, but
Colonize the goblins.
yeah.
Goblins.
I think they'll become quite close, actually, Harbrick and the goblins.
Yeah,
It'll be a little side adventure all on its own.
I will
What if
admit,
they eat him?
there's a bit of an ulterior motive, but I think we can't go past the fact that the stone that they have that replenishes food is very.
Yeah, interesting.
It could make things very easy for us in terms of having to worry about supplies, right?
Oh, so we're stealing it.
No, we're not stealing it.
We're stealing the goblins. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
What if they say yes, but we're going to leave our rock here?
Why would no? It's a tribal heirloom. So
Yeah,
we
come on,
want to basically. So my idea here is that we ingratiate them and we create the tribe. We say we will absorb your tribe within the Frostmoor Crow tribe. You know, they've already seen we've got the mask. They already know that the Hugud. You know, what's his name? The
Who? Nilbog, Magibo.
Magibo.
The shaman.
You know, yeah, we've ingratiated ourselves to goblin tribes before, so we're almost like goblin whisperers to these two. You know.
True. Yeah, Gimbal, you've gone in. I think you're going to need to use a feat the next one, like goblin whisperer or something. You know, like
Dangerous.
some sort of affinity there. Yeah.
This is getting out of control.
Anyway, I think our hour's getting slight. So should we go and who's going to respectfully decline?
I think Gimbal's got that honor.
The Gimbal Whisper. Wait, Goblin Whisper.
All right, fine. I'll deal with these big goblins.
Very
I
Freudian.
think not the goblins, the elves, the winter elves.
Yes.
Yeah.
The weirdy ones. Okay. All right, we'll head back.
You go back, okay, and as the hour ends, You see that they have maintained their position, and they are off their horses. And as they see you coming, they get on their horses and take their spears or lances from the earth and hold them just vertically as you approach. And you come up upon their area, their small plot that they have by the bank of the river. All ice about the floor here. And one of them raises up, the middle one raises up her spear and nods her head, dipping her helm slightly.
I give a little bow.
This is the one that you know is named Miseran.
Miseran.
Yes. Okay.
All right. So I'll bow slightly and say, noble fellows, we've deliberated on this long and hard, and for the time being, if all acceptable, we will decline at this currently. We're unsure what may happen to our mortal bodies if we were to enter the Feywild and bear witness to the Winter Queen. With your leave, we would go discuss with our elders and our leaders on the matter, and perhaps return, if allowed.
Declining our offer is a noble decision if wisdom permits. I say only this, that in time, if you are ever to return and you have more perhaps reason rather than happenstance to come across us, we have a solution for one of your problems. And he produces in his hand this small vial of blue liquid. He says, this is the time key, if you will. This will lock us in time at both ends of our portal. One who consumes this substance when passing through will always return to the same place in time. However, the expense of purchasing such is usually not permissive for most.
Sounded pricey.
Most likely beyond our means at this time.
Perhaps.
Well, thank you very much for your graciousness and understanding.
Very well.
We will bid you farewell and good fortune.
Before you say farewell, I have a question for you.
I'd be happy to answer or assist.
He rides a little bit closer to you. He says, my question is this. As you seem to have come down here from the north, I assume that is where the place Balkanard resides.
It is.
Will there be more incursions in this direction?
We can, if it's in your interest, we could potentially see to steering people away from this area if need be. Are you fearful of invasion, or?
We are here simply to maintain goodwill between our nations. Our point and location is simply an entrance and exit that is not always open.
Would you wish for us to inform the Lord of Balkanard of your location so that they may steer people away or send diplomats? Or would you prefer to remain hidden in this manner?
I tell you what, if you were to obtain as much information as you can about the state of this world, then I would send an emissary back to our queen. Thereupon she would make a decision about how she would like this to proceed.
What do you mean the state of the world? Have you guys not been keeping up to date with current events?
Political climate, maybe?
Current is a very relative term, my lord.
We do have we know of some sages and scholars who may be more fitted to describing the events of today, of the current world, that may be of more use than ourselves, who we could bring.
Could you rather
would
than
like to...
an individual, perhaps just a report would be... Well,
We could prepare a report.
may help us prepare something if we know, I guess, what the last is. Like, how much history do you need recapping?
several years back, our emissaries sent a small group to King Ivran Erathanai. He was said to be the new king at the time. They sent with them gifts and other offers of our service, but were apparently refused. Some of our emissaries were able to escape. One of them was said to be slain, and yet another may or may not still be alive here in your world, Sidariel. She was a druid by the name of Nyla.
Well, we'll keep an ear to the ground. I mean, the last we heard around that king is he's up to no good, really.
If you were to find the location or able to leave a message for this one, Nyla, that transport back to the Winter Court can be arranged at last, and that the Winter Queen should like to seek her audience.
All right, we'll keep our ear to the ground.
So we'll do two parts. We if we should return, I believe token of goodwill would be the report that you speak of. And yes, we'll absolutely keep an ear. We'll search for your missing emissary.
Very well. We do appreciate these things. It is in our interests as members of the Fey Court to maintain good connections with your world. This world was created by our, and he looks at you, Gimbal, our deity, Corellon the Rathian. And many of our people were sent here from our place. Nonetheless, I think it is good that we maintain these contacts.
Oh, that you seem. Nope. I shut up. I stopped. Okay. Yes.
I think what Gimbal means to say is you've been a lot more polite than we've come across others in the past.
Yes. You seem very noble and kind, understanding, reasonable, lots of things.
Thank you. We only seek to make deeper connections with our kin here in your world. And he nods at you, Hank. Forgive me. And
normies.
Kind of, yeah. In any case, he turns to the other members of his crew and he takes off this necklace which has a moon on it, like a crescent moon. A crescent moon that you have never seen before. Like it's not a symbol in your world. Not the way it is in our world anyway. It might still exist as a kind of an ancient thing from the Primal Moon before it was destroyed.
Oh, right, yeah.
So it's a very ancient object or ancient vision of an object. So there's this necklace with this moon on it, and he takes it off and he passes it to you, Gimbal. He says, token of our appreciation, and he puts it against your chest.
I put my hand there.
You
hold it against my chest, yes.
Very well. And he nods to the others, and they take off their necklaces, and they each do the same.
I get to take all these necklaces?
they give them to each of you.
Okay.
Oh, we each get a necklace.
All
right. Yeah. Do I have anything I can
give back to them?
I'm pretty sure I have a token of one of my kills.
Of one of your kills?
At some point. I have
probably one of the
trophy from an animal I've killed.
A trophy from an animal you killed. You can make a persuasion check.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is that even relevant? Sleight of hand? I don't know. What is this?
5.
5. You're searching for something. You can't find anything. And he says you're not expected to return anything.
Oh, thank you. It's rather embarrassing.
I will tell you, however, that it is customary upon meeting the Winter Queen to offer her gifts and tribute.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for letting us know beforehand. That would have been just as embarrassing as this. If not more.
I have seen it done with goblins that they have in fact offered their friends.
Oh, so that's an option.
Tank laughing again.
It isn't in fact an option. She will take them. You might not wish that upon your friends.
He shifts his feet kind of uncomfortably, like looking at Gimbal.
No, she is fair and just, but when it comes to those races less fair than hers, she considers them fair appointment to such tasks as slavery.
I mean, I get it. Okay. Noted. Thank you very much, Myzorian.
Very well. They click their heels and they stride off. They ride back towards the ice lake.
Well, that turned out a lot better than I thought it was going to.
That did go very well, didn't it? Well, let's head back then, I guess.
Yeah,
So did we all get a fancy necklace?
We did. I'm wearing it.
You did.
The first moon necklace that we got from the daughters. What kind of moon shape is that?
Right, that one is a series of rings inside of each other.
Ah, right. Okay, I was just looking at my my stuff and saw that I had a first moon necklace. Now I got a crescent moon necklace.
Oh, did we have a moon necklace all along?
On the back of, with the daughters one, I'm going to say it's a series of concentric rings, and when they flip inside of each other, because there's a pin through them, they reveal different images of the actual 7 moons.
Ah, right.
Cool.
So when you say like crescent moon, is this one of the sidereal moons, the shattered moons, or is this an actual crescent moon
This is an actual crescent moon.
Because if you think about
what
the moon,
hell is this?
The moon never existed for us.
Yeah.
So this,
Yeah.
this
So this
shows
is
how
a-
old they were.
It's a
It's a weird
semicircle.
crescent thing. Yeah.
Yeah,
Fascinating.
Mm.
Do we even know it's a moon?
that's
No,
a
it's a
good
crescent
question.
shape.
It's a crescent shape. I think that you might know it as a moon, not only through some sort of ancestral memories, but it might just be a very, very ancient symbol of the moon. And few people understand why it is that shape, but it's, you know, it's written in alchemical script. You would know it, Hank, because as being a wizard.
Right.
So it's a symbol that's used to symbolize any lunar power, but you didn't even know why until, well, in fact, you
I still don't know.
why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a crescent moon.
You can make a history check, actually, Hank. I think if anyone could understand it, it might be you. Gimpy
Alright,
would be
that's
the only other person with the name Moonbrook. They probably have
You'd
some...
think I'd know.
So Gimpy, you can make a history check too.
Yeah, the history check was 13.
13. Actually, I think that's high enough to know a little bit about this, yeah.
6.
Okay.
What was it, 6?
Yep.
Okay, you were not paying
Sticking
attention
true.
during... Yep. Your elder, you're walking through the forest, your elder's telling you all about the moons, and you're like, yeah, there's some insects over there. They're making buzzing noises. That was
Sounds right.
okay. So Hank, yeah, you know about the history of the symbol of the moon.
Okay.
At least you know one version of it. That was the version handed down to you, and only what you remember of it.
It's like the moon of another place.
It's the moon of it's the primal moon from before it was destroyed.
Primal Moon. I see. Okay.
And it's
Cool.
the primal moon had 4 symbols, right?
Ah, yeah, right. Cool. Yep. Big. That way, and
And nothing at all. Yeah. Yeah. Which
Black.
could be an upward horned symbol rather than just as
rather than
generic.
Necklace with nothing thing.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Similarly, the solar symbol exists as well, but now there's new symbols for that, which
Yeah, sure.
I'm going to have to create. I haven't thought about that.
Ah.
Anyway, cool. All right, so you've been given your bits of your moon symbols, and they ride off towards the ice lake, whereupon the castle glitters in the twin suns.
Do they go like it? So can we see like the castle at this point? Can we see them go into the castle? Or do they just kind of like go disappear?
They disappear into dots in the distance before
Okay.
they get to the castle. They get just even crossing the lake, you lose sight of them before they as they get to the lake.
All right. Well, yeah.
They sort of
Right.
trail off. They've got these big banners, silk banners, flapping in the wind behind them as they travel off on their perfect white steeds.
I did not expect the Fae to be so hospitable-ish.
Yeah,
Despite-
they gave us necklaces.
I mean, they did threaten to enslave us.
They did.
No,
Well,
they didn't
only if we
threaten,
let
they
them.
said it could happen.
It wasn't a threat.
Yeah.
It was more like an ultimatum.
No, it was like like they just informed us, hey, don't offer up each other
Right.
as slaves because it'll be taken seriously.
Yeah.
So
It's a
let's
friendly warning.
take a mental note of that and make sure not to offer anyone as slaves. Gimbal.
Yeah.
All right. No, yes. Wait, no, what? No.
Gimbal.
No, it's fine. Let's go. We can find better gifts. It's good.
Let's go and bundle up these goblins, eh?
Do we really want them at this point?
Yes.
I want
All
that
right.
rock.
Just
Well, at least
checking.
I think they're gonna get killed if they stay here. That Goliath is gonna find them and spike them again.
That's
Yeah.
true. Okay. Yeah, let's
And,
go.
you know,
It's
and
cold
there'll be
blooded.
little farmers, little housekeepers.
There's no they're the last of their tribe. We got to help them out.
We can offer
put
them,
little
but don't
clothes on
force
them.
them.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Can you guys make a perception check, please?
Yeah. 8 from Hank.
8.
8 from
Oh,
Hank.
21.
Oof.
That's with my +4.
16,
16 is good.
21 for Tricky Bob.
All right. Put your hand up if you got a 16 or above. All right. Put your hand up if you've got a 14 or above. Same people? No? Okay.
Oh,
so-
great.
All right. So that's Tricky Bob and Josiah both hear the sound in the distance. It sounds like.
Is that an animal or is it a goblin? Do we know?
When you look off in that distance, Tricky Bob, you are able to see on the horizon 3 creatures that look like giant birds flapping around one of the spikes. And then you realize they're not just giant birds, they're humanoids with wings. And they're sticking some little figure onto a spike in the distance.
No,
And you hear howling.
run.
Yeah, we're running towards it.
As you run closer, your image of the figure resolves and you realize that that is a human teenager.
Oh. I take a shot at one of the bad things.
Roll to hit. And also, roll initiative.
No.
22.
22 for... Sorry, Hank, can you give me yours first? I'll just go this way.
Oh, sorry, that was to hit.
My initiative.
Initiative, please.
Yeah. So it is 11.
Okay. Tell you what, can you... Everybody else has just appeared into the thing. That's okay. I can type it in. That's cool, though. That is really cool how you guys rolled initiative and it just went straight into my...
Oh, I was going to use initiative.
autofills.
I was going to do that for you, actually, and I keep forgetting. So
Want to try it? Let's do it.
yeah.
See what happens. 19. You got a better roll.
I did. That's true. Yeah.
All right.
Right. So I'll use D&D Beyond for initiative. That'll help out.
Well, you got a good roll from it too, to be fair, from D&D Beyond. Look at that.
Yeah, but I've
Mm.
rolled a 5 or 6.
True.
Gimbal, you're at the top of the round. You and Hank
Nice.
share 19s on initiative, apparently.
Lovely.
I have higher dex. I believe.
What's your dex?
+4.
Plus
Really?
4.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
well,
D&D
Hank,
Beyond rules. I rolled first.
Hank, I'm gonna either that or I knock Hank's initiative up to 20.
Yeah, go with that.
Go with that?
Yeah.
All right.
He's more dexterous.
Whatever D&D Beyond says, I don't care. It's fine. Yeah. Whatever you want to do,
No,
Russell.
Hank, you're at the top now. You're 20. All right.
All right, cool.
So, Hank, it's your turn. What are you doing?
Can I see this thing that's
Yes, you can see
flying?
these 3 creatures in the distance. They must be something like 300 feet away.
All right, cool.
Walking and
So
nothing
I'm going to
else.
pull out my wand of magic missile.
Okay,
How far away are they?
about 300 feet.
300 feet. I just got to check the range on magic missile. I don't think that'll make it actually.
Probably not.
120 feet is the range. Okay, cool. So no. Instead, I'll probably have to use my short bow, which got to check the range on that too. 320 is the maximum range
On the short bow, and that's with disadvantage.
on the short bow. Right. Okay. Yeah.
All right. So you want to do that, or do you want to make a? Do you want to do a dash?
I could dash actually.
You can dash
yeah.
as well, can't you? Because you've got a bonus action.
I've got
to
bonus
dash.
action. Yeah.
So
So
you
I
could
can
fire
move,
and
dash,
dash.
and fire. Yeah.
Right.
So I'll move up to my maximum 60 feet up to them, and then I will use my short bow. So that'll bring the range down to a math 60 40 240.
Okay.
So 240 feet. Is that still with disadvantage? Is it after 80 feet?
After 80 feet is disadvantage. Yeah.
Okay, so it's still with disadvantage anyway. But yeah, may as well.
May as well
So
try.
240 feet. May as well try.
If you have
exactly.
inspiration,
So
you could lose the disadvantage.
Yeah. I'm gonna save the inspiration.
Okay. Cool.
Plus, my main gimbal here has got a longbow. He'll take care of one.
All right. Go
So
for it.
I'm gonna
Roll-
I got faith in my buddies.
Roll to hit, disadvantage. Do your thing.
Roll to hit. All right. So that was so 16 on the first roll.
16 on the first roll.
On the first roll, yeah. Actually, so yeah.
Are you
16.
going for number 1, 2, or 3?
The closest one to me? So let's say number 2.
They're all very close to each other, so there's
Okay, yeah. We'll go for number 1 then.
all right.
Make it
Number
easy.
1. Okay, number
Yeah.
1. You rolled a 16, did you say?
A 16, yeah,
With disadvantage,
with disadvantage.
and you hit. Roll damage.
Just hit. All right. Good shot, Hank. 1d6 plus 4. It's d6. D6 is the normal one, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
10 full damage.
10 damage. Yeah. Total.
Yeah. Yeah.
Any other actions, bonus actions?
I believe that's me spent.
Nice. Okay. Very good. In which case, it is now Gimble's turn.
Right, how far away is the closest one?
300 feet.
300 feet. All right, so I've got disadvantage as well then.
Yeah.
So I'll take a shot.
Again,
Ooh.
you can combat that disadvantage with, oh my god, only one to hit.
Yep, 21.
Okay, that hits.
I'll do my 8 damage.
Was that 21 with disadvantage? Holy shit.
Yeah.
All right.
8 damage.
I'll then send a chromo after them.
All right.
So he can fly. How far? They're 300 feet away. Okay, so
Yeah.
he flies 60 feet. And so does dash work when you fly?
I think it does.
Okay, so I'll have him dash 120 feet forward
Yep.
towards them. And I think that's me. Yeah, that's
you.
me. me.
Okay, very good. Tricky Bob, they are 300 feet away.
Oh wow, am I actually not last? Um, 300 feet away. I don't think I got anything that I can actually do that far, so I'll dash towards them.
All right. 60
Um,
feet then.
You don't have any
60
buff
feet.
spells or anything?
Oh, actually, I do. Is anyone right next to me?
I think everybody's right next to you until they dashed.
Oh, right, but like
Josiah is
I mean,
def-
Josiah would
Josiah
still
is
be-
next to you right now.
Josiah's
Yeah.
currently next to me.
Yeah.
Okay, so I will. That's for ability checks only. Okay, I will cast. Where the hell is my bliss?
Bless.
I removed my bliss.
Aw.
No. I'll use guidance on Josiah since he's next to me.
All right. Guidance on Josiah.
What does
So that
guidance give
means-
me? A +4?
It's a D4 to a ability check of choice.
Cheers.
So if you ever need to do an ability check.
Okay.
Very good. Okay, so that's your turn then, Tricky Bob. Is that right?
Yep. Yeah.
Are we running forward? Are we running forward? I forgot to run.
We're running towards them, right?
I'm
Towards
assuming
the,
everybody's dashing if they've got
Okay.
a dash
Yeah.
action, right? Or if you're not dashing, you're at least
Taking
moving
shots.
your 30 feet and taking shots.
Jim will move 35.
Okay.
I'll keep an eye on that. 35 feet.
Okay. Everyone can make a DC 14 Wisdom saving throw at this point as the three creatures begin to
19.
harmonize a song.
Mm.
Oh, yuck.
19!
12.
12 fails.
Yep.
What was
Anybody
the
anybody else below 14?
what was the saving
Wisdom.
throw?
14.
Wisdom.
14. Wisdom saving throw 14.
I failed.
Okay.
I got an 8.
Hank, you are charmed until the song ends.
Oh,
All 3 of them? Oh, I'm sure we'll find out soon.
You are incapacitated. You ignore the songs of any other of this type of creature. If the charmed target is more than 5 feet away from the matriarch, the target must move on its turn towards the creature by the most direct route, trying to get within 5 feet. So Hank, that's your job right now, is to get within 5 feet of this singing, flying creature that's just spiked a human onto a stick.
Oh
That's-
god, it
that's
did
kinda
spike
what I
them.
wanted to do
Oh,
anyway.
no.
do I can I make any saves?
You made your save and you failed it.
But I mean, like in next turns, can I repeat saves, or is it
Charmed
just
target can also repeat the saving throw at the end of each of its turns. If the saving throw is successful, the effect ends on it. The target that successfully saves is immune to this particular creature's song for the next 24 hours. Bear in
Gotcha.
mind that there are 3 of them.
cool? And I can't attack said creature.
Not at this point. Oh, no, yeah. While you're under the influence of this, you
Yeah.
cannot attack. Yeah, that's absolutely true. You could attack her friends, to be fair.
I can attack her friends.
One of them in particular, who seems to be a little bit bigger and a little bit scarier than the other 2. She seems to be the matriarch out of the 3. You can make history checks right now. I think most people have heard of Harpies, but you might not know of them. There's a chance.
As an expert
Gimbal.
hunter, I've rolled a 6.
What the? Gimbal, roll.
That's a
again.
big bird man.
That's absurd. That's absurd, Gimbal. You have to roll.
13.
13. Yeah, you've heard of Harpies, definitely.
Do
Gimbal,
they
for
need
for some reason you haven't connected the 2 together, I suppose.
does a harpy need to keep singing its song to keep enthralling its
Victims?
Yeah.
You believe so.
Okay, all right.
Since I got a 12, I'm charmed as well.
Yes, you are.
And it's the
Does it do
same,
that?
Same effect.
same harpy as well.
Is it the same harpy? You're not sure. Actually, yes, it is the same harpy. Yes, it is, because the other 2 harpies haven't had their turn yet.
Ah.
Okay, all right. So we know that one started singing. Okay.
Right. At that point, the person that they've just spiked seems to be as dead as can be. I mean, they might be recoverable the way you recovered the goblin earlier, but you won't know until you get there. They're still several hundred feet away. Josiah, it's your turn.
Okay, I would like to. How far were they? Were they 200 odd feet away?
At this point, you've traveled.
300.
How
originally.
far did you travel, Josiah? On the last turn?
Well, this is my first go, so I guess
Okay, so
I
they're
would like.
300 feet.
Okay, then I'd like to double dash as a rogue, so that
Double
would
dash.
cover 120 feet.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah, and then what's the range on my crossbow?
Wait, wouldn't that be 90 feet?
So now you're at 180 feet.
No, because you dashing is 60, and then to do another dash on top of that is another 60, right?
Right.
I thought a dash was just 30 feet on top of your original movement of 30 feet.
Double your
Just
movement.
60, and then the second dash would be another 60.
Can you
So
dash twice?
That's because he's using an action to dash as
Damn,
well as
and
a
the
bonus
bonus
action.
Right, but I thought it was 30 movement as your ordinary
Yep.
movement.
Yep.
Making
plus
a
30.
dash increases that to 60,
Yep.
adds another 30, and making another dash would add another 30 rather than another 60.
Yeah,
No,
that's what I.
'cause-
Yeah, you know.
Oh,
It-
so it's 90.
Yeah, 90 because you can't.
Ah, okay, right, yeah,
You
yeah.
can't.
That's what I
you
thought.
can't multiply. Yeah. it's
Okay, yeah,
adding.
no, that makes sense. Makes sense to me.
Sneaky Josiah.
Otherwise, your speed of cheetah.
Yeah.
So you're
Okay.
saying so you moved 90 feet, not 100.
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
Okay.
Which still puts them still at disadvantage range, I think, for my crossbow. So I'll fire that with disadvantage.
Roll to hit.
Hang on, you can't
Why?
because you use your action to dash and your bonus action to dash again. You don't have
all
any
right.
actions.
Then I'll use my action surge and I'll still fire that away.
just
Yeah. There we go. So that was
Look
a 20. Fuck, what was that? 20 something or other.
20 something rather.
Hang on. Let me look. I was too busy arguing with Gimbal. I was 21.
Everybody says that.
Yeah. I was
Fine.
21 with my action surge.
21 with your action surge. Okay, that's a hit. That's a hit.
Okay.
That's a very nice shot.
Okay.
You're going for
Alright.
the matriarchy again, or one of the?
No, I'm going for the one that just sung.
That's the matriarchy.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay, so damage is 8.
8. And is it what was the guts? It's been so long since we did combat. I've forgotten the rules of being a swashbuckler on
What? We did so much combat.
Let me just check my
6
rakish
episodes back
audacity.
to back.
Did you not do swashbuckler things to Nilbog?
I don't need advantage in the roll if sneak attack, so I'm not within 5 feet of it. So no, that's just a normal attack, I think. However, it is a poisoned arrow, so they need to do a saving throw against the poison bolt.
Okay. Just for you.
Just for me.
Nice.
Just for you, I made it a public roll.
Okay. Let's have a look at what that was. 2. Oh, that means they fall unconscious, don't they?
They fail by 5 or more. Oh, it depends on their modifier too.
Hmm.
All right. She falls to the floor. And her song breaks. So the charm on both Hank and Tricky Bob is broken also at that moment.
Yay.
That was
Yep.
worth burning my action surge.
All right.
Yeah, for sure. That was a
She
great use of
collapses to the floor. At which point, Josiah, do you have any other actions? Bonus
That is
action?
literally everything I can do.
That was everything you could do.
Yeah.
Okay, so the next Harpy, she casts Luring Song as well.
No.
So 1 moment, please. Everyone within 300 feet makes a DC 11 saving throw, which is a bit easier than the last one.
Just remember, Gimbal, my man, as an elf, you get advantage on this.
Oh, cool.
That is true.
I did forget that. I got 17 anyway.
Nice.
Hank fails again.
Me too.
18.
Just.
Okay, so you guys are back in the same situation.
Yep.
Alrighty. You notice now at this range that these creatures are carrying clubs as you're getting closer to them. The next one does the same thing and begins her luring song, which also has
Can
a
I
range of
be
300
lured twice?
feet. Huh?
Can I be lured twice?
You are already under the control of the first one, so don't bother. Same with Hank.
Well,
So
what about?
yeah?
Sorry, just to say, we may need to do a Constitution saving throw because even if we can't be charmed twice, we might not be able to attack both of them.
I don't think it
You
will
have to
work
be
at
under
all.
charm for both of them then.
Yeah, I think you have to be charmed for it to work at all.
Oh, that's a fucking
Right. Okay.
reroll.
Okay. Cool. All right.
Nat 20.
So Josiah,
Ooh,
nat
nat 20.
20. Josiah, you're not going to be able to be charmed by any of them again ever. Well, not in the next 24 hours. Should I say.
Yeah.
I got nat 20 as well.
With
Really?
my perfect,
Yeah,
with my perfect
because I have
pitch, I
advantage.
Fucking
screech out
kidding,
the
the
exact
pair
same
of you.
note.
Wow. Okay. So the pair
Shit,
of you
man.
just like, no, that's not you.
That
realize
doesn't
what's
sound as
going
good
on.
as you think.
Yeah, you can. It's because of your elven hearing. You're able to pick up the higher notes and you can almost hear the weave and the magic in the notes as well. And therefore, Hank, it's your turn.
Damn. Well, I guess I'm dashing 60 feet.
Dashing 60 feet. So how far are you now
yeah.
from your original 100?
So I was
300
at 240. So take another 60 off. That brings me to 180.
180. Okay. Keep your distances in mind, please. I'm not going to remember
Yeah.
them for you.
Yep.
However, I would like to attack the other one if I can.
Okay, do you
because
still
I'm
have
not
an
charmed
action
by the
then?
other one.
Yeah.
I still have an action. Yep,
All right, you're not charmed by the other one. Roll to hit with
not
your
charmed by the other one. With my short bow,
short.
and this would still be at disadvantage because it's still above 80 feet.
Right.
So, fuck, 19 for the first roll. Hang on. Oh, and a natural 1.
Oh,
Mm.
you pull
Yep.
back the bow. The arrow slips from your grasp and lands in the mud. Snow at your feet. You can stop to pick it up, or you can keep moving. Picking it up at this point is an action.
I'm going to leave it.
Okay,
I'm
so
gonna
you leave
leave
that
it.
arrow and keep moving.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So that's the end of your turn.
That's me.
All right, Gimbal.
All right. Yep. Okay.
Now that the
I'll-
Harpies have spiked this kid, by the way, they spread out about 15 feet from each other.
I'll run my 35 feet, so then I'm 230 feet away, and I'll take another shot.
Notice they are each about 15 feet above the ground now.
Okay. I'll aim for the one I was shooting before.
All right.
One that was closest before.
Roll to hit.
Disadvantage. 13.
13. That is the same one you were going for before. That misses.
Okay. And then I'll have Chromo take the dash action once again.
All right.
So he will be going another 120 feet. So he's now 60 feet away from them.
All right. He's 60 feet away. Keep that in mind. That's the end of your turn, Gimbal.
Yep, that's me.
Tricky Bob.
I'm
Come to
charmed,
Mama.
and I'm also 240 feet away.
Okay.
So I'll just dash towards them.
Come to me.
It'll be another. So now I'm 180 feet away.
Okay. Very good. That's the end of your turn?
Yep.
All right. Harpy Matriarch makes a saving throw to see if she can break out of your business. Is that right?
Sorry. Do I get to do a saving throw on my charm?
Yes, you do.
9 again.
Okay, you fail.
Mm,
Still going. Okay, so the matriarch, what is she currently afflicted with?
Poison.
Poison, that's right. So this is a constitution check. Okay. I think that's another fail. All right, she's rolling around on the floor, screaming now, holding her stomach, squawking and making noises, trying to get herself airborne again, but she's not very happy. So the other two are up on either side, but she's below on the ground in front of the spike with the human teenager stuck on it. At this point now, Josiah, it is your turn.
Okay, I will dash 60 feet, so that uses my bonus action to get there.
Yeah.
That puts me 150 away, so I'm going to take a shot at one of the ones that's flying around.
All right.
I guess I'll specifically try and target its wings
All right.
if I can, and it's attack at disadvantage.
You
as
get a
well.
crit, you will disable her wing and she will fall.
Okay, well, it's very unlikely to get crit, so let's see. That's a 16.
16 is a hit. Is this still in one of the flying ones, not the matriarch, though?
No, not the matriarch, just on the flying ones.
All right. So that's a hit. Roll your damage.
That is 5 damage. And then they got to do another poison saving throw.
5 damage and a poison saving throw.
Love these poison arrows.
Natural 20, I'm afraid.
That means they've gained immunity to it, doesn't it?
Yep. All right. So Harpy A is now immune to your poison. Do you have any other actions, bonus actions, movement, or?
I moved as far as I could. I took my shot. That's pretty much it.
All right. Then it is Harpy A. She's on the ground screaming. Oh, no, she's not. She passed. What am I talking about? Lies. What distance are you from her now, Josiah?
I was 150 feet away.
Okay. And who's the next? Who's at what range? Tell me your ranges, please.
180.
80.
Wow.
Chromo is 60 feet away.
Chromo 60.
Gimbal's 230.
Gimbal's 230. Tricky Bob
180.
180. Hank
180.
180.
That was tricky, Bob. Still, because you've just been dashing out.
Yep. Okay. Well, the sirens continue their songs for now, as you guys continue to move towards them one way or another. The second one continues similarly. They don't have any ranged weapons except for their songs, so they keep singing and you keep charging. Hank, it's your turn again.
All right. First, I'd like to try and break the effect. Oh wait, no, it's at the end of my turn, isn't it?
End of your turn, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I will dash again. I guess 60 feet.
Dash,
So
yep.
that brings me to 120,
All right.
and fire another short bow bolt at
Roll to hit. Yeah. Who are you
one of the
firing?
ones.
Flies?
One of the. Yeah, I don't know which one did the song.
Okay, well
Is it
they're
the one on the
both
ground?
they're both singing, and you're not sure. The one on the ground has stopped singing. She's busy screaming and trying to overcome her poison right now.
Gotcha. Okay.
The two harpies in the air are still singing, but they're waiting for you to approach them. They're not moving.
All right. So I'll attack the one that doesn't have me charmed. I believe that's Harpy 3.
All right.
I think. Yeah. Anyway.
All right. Go for it.
No, I rolled a 2 on my first roll.
Okay, that's a
Yeah.
miss. Big
Yep.
miss. Anything
Big
else you got
miss.
up your sleeve?
No, that's it.
End of your turn.
So,
All
end
right.
of turn.
Gimbal.
I'm going to prep up. So I'm going to sprint to 70 feet to get within 160 feet.
All right.
And I'll have Chromo fly another 30 feet. So he's 30 feet away.
All right.
And then I'm going to cast, I think I can cast it from this range. Nope, I can't. Damn it. 90 Hunter's Mark is 90 feet. That's not far enough. All right. That's me then. That's me.
That's you. Sure.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes.
No actions, bonus actions, movement, or flavor that you would like to add. All right. That's it. Tricky Bob.
that's
it's your
it.
turn.
I will dash another 60 feet, so it takes me to 120, and then I will try to break my charm again.
All
Oh,
right.
I need to do that too. Actually,
Yep.
sorry.
Make your save, Hank.
10.
10 does not save.
12.
12 does save. 10 was close. It was 11 as the saving throw.
Yeah, I'm getting very bad rolls here.
That does suck. Okay, is that everything?
Yep.
Harpy Matriarch tries to save against poison. She fails.
Yes.
Josiah, it's your turn.
Okay, dash the next 60 feet. And then once again, take aim. And I guess this time we'll fire at the matriarch on the ground.
All right.
I'm within range now, so it's just a normal attack. But is she at disadvantage or anything?
She has a disadvantage. Oh no, wait, she's prone on the ground. She actually you have disadvantage to shoot at her.
Well, then fuck that noise.
At the
I will.
matriarch.
I'll aim at one of the ones flying around, and Josiah's going to do that thing where he's aiming and he closes one eye because he thinks that improves his range. Yeah. So roll 19.
19, and apparently it
25
does
to hit.
improve his range, and
Yeah.
and he hits.
All right. Okay, damage. That's 7. I'm going to assume I fired at the one I hit before, so don't worry about the poison roll.
Yep. Okay, so you do 7 points of damage, and this is the one you hit before, is it?
Yep.
Okay. Very well. Yep.
And then where they're flying, are they flying towards us, or are they still circling
They're
around?
hovering. They're
Hovering over
hovering.
the spikes?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Then that's my turn.
Okay. Harpy A and B They both disengage and fall back to where the other harpy is, and they drag her over and behind a mound of rock and stone and rubble.
Would they? So everyone's disengaged now. Is it technically out of combat?
Seems to be like they've disengaged. Yeah, I mean, well, you know, they're still far away. You could still keep moving on them. I'm going to stay in combat until you guys are most certainly not going to be attacked or attacking.
If they've stopped singing, does that mean Tricky and Hank
Oh,
are out
nobody said anything about them stopping singing.
Oh.
No.
So
Hank
we can
saved
still
anyway.
hear them airily. Okay.
How far back did they move? How far back are we talking here? Because Chromo was 30 feet away. How far away are they now?
They will be another 40 feet back now.
Okay.
Who's up next? If we're still just going by.
Yep. Okay, so
Initiative.
that's both of their turns. Hank, it's your turn. But they are behind cover at this point. Full cover.
Right. Right. Hank's going to he's going to
You can hear
how
them.
far
Help me, sister! Give me the potion that you brought.
how far away is the dude on the spike? Same distance, like 120 feet.
The same distance from where you started. Yeah, the original 300 feet.
All right, cool. Well, I tell you what, I'm going to I'm going to run and dash using my bonus action, so I get another 60 feet, which brings me to 60 feet of the dude on the spike.
Right.
And I'm going to ready an action.
Yeah.
I'm going to ready my short bow. Actually, do I have to say what action I do, don't I?
You do.
Yep.
You have to set a trigger and say what
That's
it is
cool.
you're going to do.
I'm going to ready my ice knife, my
Okay.
spell ice knife,
Hmm.
which has a range of 60 feet, so it's just in range.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh,
okay.
actually, no, it's just in range of the guy. Wait a minute,
Yeah.
because they've moved another 40 feet, which would put them at 100 feet from me. So no, I will ready my short bow range, my short bow.
Short bow.
Yep.
Okay. Very
Yep.
good. Okay. Short bow is ready. Hank, that's the end of your turn. Yeah.
Yep.
Actions, bonus actions, movement, or flavor.
That's it.
Gimbal.
Alrighty. That forward my plan. So I'll have Chromo fly another 40 feet up and like hover 30 feet above these harpies.
All right.
And then I will, well, they've gone behind the thing, so I will swap to dashing. So I will dash another 70 feet forward, putting me at 130 feet at this point.
Including their 40-foot retreat.
Including the added 40, yes.
Okay.
So
All right.
I'm at 130, and that's me.
All right. And that's Chromo as well.
That's Chromo.
Yep.
That's he done.
Okay. Tricky Bob, it's your turn.
I'm 120 feet away, so I will. Okay. I'll dash another 60, so now I'm 60 feet away, and I will use Toll the Dead on the one harpy that I can hit that already took damage. Is there
Do you,
one?
do you have to see them though?
Oh, can I see them?
Cannot see them.
They're behind a mound.
Oh,
Cannot
beans.
see
Okay.
them. Cannot see them. But
In
you
that
could-
case,
Yep.
Hmm?
No, go.
oh, then I was gonna do my wisdom saving throw.
All right. Make your wisdom saving throw.
3.
Fail. Big fail. Why?
That was actually nat 1, so I don't know what happens.
Oh, and that one. Well, according to the rules wise, you don't have to have anything especially nasty happen on that one for a saving throw. It's really just to hit checks. However, it wasn't that one, and that is pretty bad. So, yeah, you're pretty much. You're not going to break the saving throw out of this for this harpy's song. This particular harpy matriarch, you can't break her song. Her song is unbreakable to you,
Unless she dies.
unless she dies.
Yeah.
The other two harpies, they're fair game. You can attack them for sure.
Which harpy is it that I'm?
The matriarch,
Oh boy,
harpy one, if you will.
happy one.
I mean, that
okay.
tracks. She would be the most powerful, right? So
Theoretically, yes. Yes. Okay. Is that the end of your turn then?
Yep.
Hang
All
on.
right.
No, it'll be Harpy 2 that you're because Harpy 1 we broke it when she went unconscious, and then the second one sung.
Yeah, that's the second.
Yeah.
Well, at this point, you hear all three of their voices rise up
Oh God, no.
again, and everyone can make a saving throw.
Jeepers.
Again? Even if
And-
we're already charmed?
Oh, wait,
Ye-
we've got the we got the crit.
unless you're charmed.
We.
Even if we got the crit charm thing.
Oh, are you crit charmed against the
Not all
harpy
three, not all
matriarch?
three, no.
Oh, right, okay.
But we do get advantage.
Yes.
Ooh,
Oh,
okay.
but wait. Those of you that get advantage don't get advantage.
Oh
because-
no.
Because luring maestro within 60 feet of
5.
the matriarch. Are you within 60 feet of the matriarch?
Oh, I don't
No.
think we are actually. I think I'm
Ah,
100 feet,
No,
and I think
no,
I'm
'cause they're
closest
40
to
feet
everyone.
away.
All right.
Does Chromo
Yeah.
have to do these saves?
Chromo. I think he does.
Is he immune? Come on, immunity. No, he's not. Okay.
So another
Well,
100.
I failed my save.
Okay.
Oh, well, no, did you?
Yep, even with advantage, and so did Chromo.
Oh dear.
Okay, so you and Chromo. Yeah, okay. Because Chromo won't know what to do anyway without your instructions.
That's true. You just kind of float there.
So he's just going to idle for now. Okay, and so who's currently under some sort of spell? Two of you?
I got a gentleman's 20 for my
Gentleman,
saving throw.
20, nice, okay. Right, Josiah, it is now your turn.
Okay, I will make the yeah, I'll use my bonus action for a dash, and so I'll make the full 90 and get up to the spike. Which still puts the harpies another 40 feet away from me. Can I see them? Are they back at airborne? Are they still behind the mound?
They're behind the mound.
Okay, what's the status of the poor teenager?
He's like, he should be unconscious, you believe. I mean,
Oh.
you don't think he is conscious. His eyes are open, but he doesn't look conscious. He's
Spiked.
skewered, he's spiked. He's on his way to death via severe shock and trauma.
Nasty. And he's just a normal farmer, peasant. What clothes is he wearing?
Looks like a farmer or a peasant boy, yeah.
Poor guy. Okay, this is gonna sound stupid, like Josiah stupid, but
Yes.
can I, even though so I've used my bonus action and technically my action, so it's up to DM's discretion here if I can take out the goblin warhorn and try and use it to interrupt the song.
No, that's an action.
Okay, all right, then I will do that next turn, maybe.
All right, is that the end of your turn?
That's the end of my turn.
All right. Everyone who's not saved or not currently under this power of any of the harpies.
Yep.
Harpy A, not the matriarchy, so it's the second harpy, Harpy
Yep.
2, is now singing. So make a saving throw if you are not already charmed.
She doesn't have a luring song.
She does have a luring song, but
No, sorry, the thing where if you're in a certain range, it,
no, she doesn't have that. No.
okay, so I still get advantage. Yay.
Yeah.
Hank rolled a. It's still a wisdom save, right?
Yep.
3.
That's a 9 for me.
Right.
Of all
So
of us.
those two failed as well. So currently everybody's lured just by
Hey.
different harpies.
Yeah.
So you're all moving towards the harpies at this point, but for different reasons, kind of. All right.
I'm just gonna keep track of which one's got me, which is Harpy A, which is not matriarch.
I thought Harpy A was the matriarch.
The Harpy 1. Is there a 1 and an A?
Theoretically, 1, 2, 3. 1 is the matriarchy, 2 is
Okay.
Harpy A, and 3 is Harpy B.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
So, yeah,
Charmed
Harpy
by
matriarch is a thing
Harpy
all of its
A.
own.
Harpy A and immune to Harpy B.
Right. Okay, we good?
Yeah.
Yep.
Harpy B makes its charm. So anybody still not charmed by anybody gets another.
We're all charmed now.
Everybody's charmed.
I think
Well,
that's it.
I don't need to roll for Harpy B.
All right. Harpy A and B come flying, lifting up over the side of the hill at that point, just to see what's going on for a moment. And it is Hank's turn.
All right. So how far away are they? They're still. I was 60 feet from the impaled teenage boy, so they're
Right,
still
100 feet from you.
100 feet. Cool. So I'm going to dash as per the rules of the spell, the charm.
All right.
So I'm going to dash up to 60 feet,
All right.
go there, and then I'm going to throw my ice knife
All right.
because I'm now within range
Alright.
at whichever one hasn't got me charmed.
Okay, so was it A or B? You don't know?
I haven't. Yeah, I'm not sure which one.
Not
The
sure.
one,
I
the
think it was,
this,
I think it was A.
not last one, but the one before that.
Yeah, I think it was A.
Okay, so I throw it at B then, right?
All right.
Yeah,
Cool.
I think.
Doesn't really matter.
All right, cool. So I'm throwing my ice knife, and that's it to hit.
All right. Roll to
Spell.
hit
So
with your ice knife.
Nils. And +5. Okay. Don't fail me now. That's a natural 1.
Oh, dude.
That was.
Okay.
Oh, no. Never mind. It's okay.
So
I was
the
going to use my
ice.
inspiration.
We're rolling like shit today, aren't we?
You
Nothing-
want to use
nothing
your
wrong, pretty good.
inspiration? You can use your inspiration if you want.
I can use my inspiration.
Yeah, of course you can.
All right, I'll use my inspiration then. So I'm like, wait. I go to do it. I do the little hand signals, and I'm like, oh no, I almost messed that up. I remember now. I have to do that way.
Right. Okay, so roll to hit again. Let's see.
That's
Fair
a
enough.
2.
Oh, well, it was a good step up.
Stupid
Okay.
Hank, you do it this way.
Yeah.
So, all right, so the ice knife completely misses both the harpies. It strikes into the post on which the boy is in fact impaled, shaking it and causing ice to run up his leg.
Ooh.
At that point, they need to make saving throws, though, don't they?
Oh yeah, because hang on, hit or miss there, the shard then explodes. The target and each creature within 5 feet of it must succeed on a dex saving throw.
Okay, well, they're not within 5 feet of each other, so it's only going to be one of them
Okay.
going to save.
Hank,
They're
does that
15 feet
include
apart.
me?
No, I don't think so.
I'm by the post.
You're a
Is there any
creature with
creature?
by the post? Yep, that includes you. You're making a dex save.
Oh damn. Sorry, Jojo.
That's all right. It's a 25.
It's
He's
against
fine.
13. Sorry, yeah.
He's fine. And the harpy fails the save. One of the harpies
Fantastic.
has failed the save, so you can
Alright.
do some damage.
4 plus 5, 9 damage.
9 points of damage. Very good.
Yeah, unless they have some sort of resistance to ice.
They have, what do they have? They have, no, nothing like
Excellent. Excellent.
that. Okay, good. Gimbal, your turn.
So I will.
Assuming Hank, that's done.
Yeah, all done.
So I'm under the charm of the big one.
Yep.
So I
So
will.
you're still moving towards her as fast as you can.
Yep. But the other two popped up, didn't they?
Yep.
So do I have to dash or
You don't have to. You don't have to
Good.
dash, but you have to move at least your minimum speed.
Yeah. I'll move 30? So I move 35 feet towards the nonsense. So
Yeah.
I'm 95 feet away, and I'll take a shot at one of the ones that poked its head up.
All right, roll to hit.
17.
That's a hit.
Nice.
A or B?
A for 4 damage.
Total 4 damage.
Yeah, it's not great.
All
I
right.
rolled a 1 for the damage.
That was pretty shit. Yeah. Okay. Do you have any other attacks, bonus actions?
I don't
movements?
think I can order Momo while I'm charmed.
No. Okay.
Actually, Yeah, being incapacitated. Actually, I can't. No, I can't shoot because, like, if you're incapacitated, you can't do anything.
Right. So you
No,
can't
never mind.
move
Take-
either.
No, I can
You
move,
have
but
to
you
move
can't
to-
take actions or do things.
Right. So you have to do. That's all you can do. Is
Yeah,
just
so I
move.
move forward. 30. Yeah, I move forward and do my save.
Thank you for pointing that out.
Hmm.
All right.
Just
Tricky
thought I'd
Bob.
screw us up a little more. Hang on, I want to do my save.
Oh, you want
Oh, I
to do
better do
so?
my save as well. Gotta do my save.
12.
12 is who is it against?
I think it's the big one,
The matriarch is a
Oh, wait.
fail.
but I have advantage.
You have advantage.
10. Never mind.
All right, you still fail.
Hank saves. He got a 15.
15 succeeds against the standard harpies.
Standard harpy. Yep.
Yep. All right. So good. You succeed then, Hank. Excellent. You shrug it off. And you are now able to control your own actions. Tricky Bob, it is now your turn. Are you charmed?
Yes, I am, and I am 60 feet away.
Okay.
So are they out of the mound they were hiding behind?
Yes, 2 of them have risen up from behind the mound.
And I think I'm charmed against the same one that Hank was charmed by.
Yep.
Right. So that was Harpy 2.
Harpy 2.
B, I mean, rather.
Yep.
BB.
Yep.
Happy beta.
And so which ones are sticking out? Is it B and A?
A and B, yes.
Okay. I'll do Toll the Dead against
A's
A.
just been shot too.
Neat. So they have to do wisdom
No,
saving
ignore that.
throw.
Ignore that because I can't shoot.
Oh.
They haven't been shot.
How much damage did you do then?
4, but
So I need to heal that damage. Damn.
I'm incapacitated.
Right. Okay. So who Harpy A you're attacking? Who's already damaged though, so you still do get to do your extra damage with a D12.
Yeah, they need to do wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom save from Harpy. Oops, that was not a Harpy save. This is a Harpy save.
Happy saving roll.
What's the DC?
13.
Fail.
Yay. So I do 2d12.
2d12.
Yeah.
Wow. Holy crap.
That's a massive amount of damage.
Because they're
Because they've already
damaged.
taken damage. They get.
Well, it's only a
middle.
9 damage
9
anyway,
total.
so
That's still like the
Still pretty
potential
good.
there is, yeah.
yeah.
Right. Great.
And wisdom saving throw. Whoa, finally a 20. A flaccid 20.
Right. You break the charm. Excellent.
Yay.
Is that the end
I'm
of your
back.
turn?
Yep, that's my turn.
Okay, excellent then. At that point, Matriarch flies up over the hill using her 40 feet of movement to move towards anybody that's within that range.
That's me.
I believe that's me as well.
Yeah. I'm
Okay.
60 feet. Wait, is it 20 feet?
No,
Uh,
she was 40 feet away from the spike. So whoever's at the spike, which is me,
Right.
and I think Hank is 30 feet away from that.
No, I would have used my movement, which was a full 60, so I'd be at the spike
Okay.
right now. I'd be
I
at the
was
spike.
60 feet from the Harpies, so I don't know
Right.
how far they were from the spike to begin with.
Right.
Maybe
40,
So you would've
40
been
they were
20
40 feet.
So you would
Yeah.
be 20 feet away then. I'll
we
let
don't have
you
them on
work
the
that
map,
out.
do we?
No.
Okay, yeah, I think I'm 60 feet away, I imagine.
Okay, so
I haven't
Desire, you're under the spike.
Mhm.
Hank's under the spike.
I am under the spike.
Gimbal, where are you?
Still
Back from the spike.
95 feet away
Okay.
from
Right,
the
so the
Harpies.
Harpy Matriarch flaps her way towards you, Josiah, very quickly. With her claws, she's now inside of her, what do we call it? Luring Maestro.
Yep.
Now, so that creates disadvantage to anybody who's in that space.
Yep.
She is doing her song again, so you're making saving throws.
Cool.
She's also attacking with a 19 to hit against Josiah.
That hits.
She does 10 points of damage with her claws.
Jesus.
Damage. And I just do a flat roll for that wisdom since it cancels out the advantage, right?
Yep. Her second claw attack is against Hank, but she misses with a 7.
Yeah, I think I am charmed by her. I got a 10.
At that point, who's within 30 feet of the matriarch right now?
Me.
Okay, so you guys, at that moment, each of you has a vision of whatever it is that you most desire. You are achieving whatever it is that you most desire. So whatever that is, you're making an DC 14 saving throw.
So okay,
Wisdom.
Wisdom.
should we role play it out, like what it is that we most desire?
Sure, please. I'd love you to do that.
Yeah. All right. So you know that episode of Adventure Time where he goes on that train with his, and it's just a train that goes around in a circle, and he's picking up all the loot as he goes,
Right.
and he like turns into this old man with all of this awesome loot, and like Jake the dog is behind him, but he's like this old man just carrying all this extra loot around.
Right.
So that's basically what Hank is seeing himself as, like all of this awesome loot, and Eladrin behind him, like
Oh.
reading spells and stuff like this, like,
Okay.
you know, and just like adventuring with Eladrin, like getting all of this cool ass loot. And yeah.
So what happens to the Frostmoor Crows in this vision?
they're not
They
there.
don't-
This is
they
a very
don't-
basic vision, like,
Basic
you know,
Hank vision.
yeah,
Okay.
basic desire, you know,
All right.
which is
You're
just lots of loot.
paralyzed for till the end of your
I made
turn.
a good saving throw though.
You did? What'd you roll?
I rolled wait, was it wisdom?
Yep.
16.
Oh, you actually passed it. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Oh, so
Very
I don't
good.
see any of that stuff.
Well, you see it, but it doesn't affect you.
Cool.
Doesn't
I'm just like,
affect
yeah,
you.
that'd be cool.
It doesn't paralyze you the way that it does anybody that fails this roll, Josiah.
All right.
So I got a 14.
You got a 14? That passes as well. Okay, cool.
Just
All right.
In my vision, I see Josiah sees himself taking over Mother's role in Bangate and being a philanthropist to the young urchins in the
Right.
streets and running the good-natured rogues organization there.
Right, I see. The Good-Natured Rogues organization. I see.
You know, we're not dicks or anything. We don't like.
It's going to
murder,
start
we-
that organization.
Yeah, we burgle
That'll be the
against. We're
first
Robin
one.
Hoodish. Yeah.
Yeah, burgle the twatty
Sure.
nobles.
I saw a documentary about Robin Hood the other day, just as a little side note. By all accounts, he was not the nice guy that we think he was.
I heard that as well.
Sure.
Yeah.
Nonsense. And Ned Kelly was lovely too. I don't know where you guys hear it.
Did not
Yeah,
go
highwayman and gin.
robbing the rich and giving to the poor is a nice story, bro.
Yeah.
Does
Oh,
that
He was
work
actually
for
just
the
robbing the
economy?
poor.
Yeah.
Keeping
They're just
himself.
They're just
Okay.
using that money to pay the taxes. which
Josiah, I
makes
was at the
sense.
end of your turn, mate.
That wasn't even my turn.
That wasn't even your turn. Well, it
That
is
was the
now.
matriarch's turn.
It's your turn now. What are you going to
Okay. So I believe I'm charmed by the matriarch and I'm charmed by Harpy B. So I guess I walk towards whichever one. Well, the matriarch's right by me, so I guess I'm not walking anywhere.
do? You can only be charmed by one or the other. You can't be charmed by both. Whichever
Okay,
one
so
was
I'd say
first.
the matriarch takes. Oh, okay. So then the matriarch doesn't charm me, and it's only Harpy A. So get rid of that from the table, and I will. If the matriarch's right in front of me, I'm going to shake off the vision that she tried to implant in my head, and I'm going to engage her in a melee attack.
All right, with your new sword.
Yes, with hang on, let me remember what the fucking name of it is. In a pen in a bar.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so seeing as she is, well, let's roll the hit first. That is a 24.
That is a hit.
Okay, cool. So that is 11, and because she is not in, she's not flanked by any of her people, I can do sneak attack against her as well. So, where are you? Actions.
What do you mean she's not flanked by her? people?
If she is within 5 feet of me and no other enemies, so I've got no one else present, so the other two are flying,
Right.
then
Yeah.
I can do sneak attack without needing advantage on the roll.
Okay.
Am I next to her as well?
Yeah, she did
you
before
are,
attack
yeah.
you anyway. So.
Yeah.
Yeah,
she did,
so-
yeah.
Okay, where is my other? There it is, sneak attack.
So you get sneak attack anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm
So-
next.
So,
2 sneak attack damage.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah, I know. Which in total gives us 13 damage against her.
Right.
And
Feel
then,
the burn.
yep, and then I will use my rakish audacity to be able
Rakish
to
audacity.
disengage without her
Being
doing
able
an
to opportunity attack,
Yeah, and I
right.
will wander 30 feet
At your
back.
leisure.
Yeah, at my leisure.
Okay, so you sort of take a 30-foot back maneuver.
Sachets
alright.
away.
Yeah, but I guess at the same time, I'm moving towards where Harpy A is because I'm still technically enthralled by her. So I'm making it seem like I'm not doing it on purpose, but I'm
Right.
being lured back towards the other Harpy.
Very good. Okay then. Harpy A flies down, covering that distance that you're moving back, and attacks you.
Neat.
She rolls a 14 to hit.
Does not hit.
Just
She takes her second attack. She rolls a 15 to hit.
Does not hit.
All right. Harpy B does the same thing, except this time to Hank. Hank, what's your armor class? Because she rolled a
17.
natural 20,
Fuck.
Oof.
so you're taking some crit.
Double damage.
Come on, fuck off, will you? Crit
Jeez.
damage. Here we
Really
go.
laying into Hank.
20 points of damage from claws.
Wow.
Hank.
Buckaroo.
And she laughs as she does this. Takes this good bit of meat out of you there, Hank. Are you
Ouch.
still standing?
Yep, just
How many hit points you got left?
7.
7. Okay, and as she does that, she lands and she turns into a beautiful woman.
Oh,
She moves around behind you.
yeah.
I lie. She doesn't do that at all. I had the wrong
Ah.
stat block up in front of me. Poo bum. Never mind. Okay. Anyway, the rest of it stands.
Cool.
That's the end of her turn. It is now your turn, Hank.
Yes. Hank's turn. All right. So who have I got next to me? Is that Harpy A or Harpy B?
Harpy B.
Harpy B. Cool. All right. Well, she's not a pretty lady, so I'm gonna turn around and give her the stabby doo with my ledivar.
All right. Roll the hit.
All right. That's. Don't fuck this up. 9 plus 8 is 17.
17. That's a hit.
Excellent. And is Josiah next to me as well, or is he's
I
buggered
believe-
off? He's
I
buggered
believe
off,
he-
hasn't he?
That's right. He backed off. Yeah, he backed off.
Yeah. All right. So I don't get sneak attack then. That's a shame. So do 1d8 plus 5. 8 damage.
8 damage, and this is to the Harpy B.
Harpy
is that
B.
right? Okay.
Yeah, Harpy B. And then I would like to. That's pretty much all I can do, actually. I think without disengaging and moving, which I don't want to do really. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
All right. Very good. Gimbal.
Still charmed.
Gimbler. Yep. Still charmed.
Yep. So I'll move 35 feet. So I'm
Alright.
60 feet away,
All right.
and that's it. I'll try to roll to break my.
Break your charm, but you only charmed to one of them. There's 3 of them here.
Yeah, but when you're charmed, you're incapacitated. It says so. I can't do any actions or reactions.
Right. Right. Okay.
But 17.
17 to break the charm.
Yes.
Bingo.
Good. Good.
Bingo, bango, bongo.
Be set for next turn.
Set for next turn. Excellent. Tricky Bob, how are you set for this turn?
I'm not charmed anymore, so I will use I will use my Toll the Dead again on the same harpy I was hitting, which is the first one.
All right.
So the wisdom saving throw
Yep.
of 13, I think.
13. This was against which harpy?
A?
A. Very good. You break this. You break the charm.
Oh no, sorry, no, I'm not charmed. So they have to do a wisdom saving throw against my Toll the Dead.
Oh, they're making a Toll
Yep.
Dead save. And this is harpy A.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Wisdom save against your Toll the Dead, and it's a 16.
Beans. In that case, I don't think I can do anything else as a bonus action. So actually, how is Hank is not doing too well, isn't he?
Hank's not feeling great.
Shit. Yeah.
I will then use my healing word on him because you're within 60 feet of me.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so it's 2d4 plus 2. Wait.
Where are you, Tricky?
Oh, I am 60 feet away from the Harpies.
But the
And-
Harpies are kind of spread out right now, right?
Towards.
I'm at-
15 feet from each other.
Okay.
I'm at the post.
All right.
So that's what, 30 feet away from me or something like that?
Yep. Yep, that'll do.
Yeah.
So that's 2d4 plus. You get
6
8 hit-
points.
eight.
Oh, 8.
because it's
Eight.
+2 as well. For some reason, I can't roll it at second level. It doesn't let me.
I don't know. I
Yeah.
have no clue.
I do like I can open the spell and I can go to level second, but when I cast it, it just says like you used up your spell slot. It doesn't actually roll it.
Ah,
Anyway,
that sucks.
yeah. So 8 hit points to Hank, and he also gets a bonus reaction.
Bonus reaction,
Thank you.
Hank.
Hang on. Oh yeah, right. Okay, cool. That's great. Actually,
What are you gonna
thank
do
you.
with that?
I would like. I have a question about this actually. If I get a bonus reaction, does that affect my ordinary reaction?
No.
Cool. So I'm going to.
Oh no, it does. It does. It does. It gives you a reaction on this turn. You can only use one reaction per turn.
Right.
Oh,
Okay.
I thought if you do a should we double check? I thought if you,
Typically,
because it's essentially like a bonus action,
It's
voice
'cause
of
you-
authority. They can use their reaction immediately. Oh, okay. Yeah, it doesn't.
it just gives you an
Right.
opportunity to use a reaction, but you can only use a reaction once per turn. Even if you've got more
Right.
than one reactions that you could use, you're gonna have to choose
Okay.
one of them.
Okay.
You use your
All right.
reaction
Well, I'm
when it's
gonna.
not your turn. Yeah, so you're using it now on Tricky
Okay.
Bob's turn. Unless you
I think I'm actually not going to do that. Yeah, I think I'm
Okay.
just going to hold it. Thank you, Tricky Bob. But yeah,
All good.
Okay.
You still get your 8 HP back.
I get HP.
Okay, so you're not going to use this opportunity to use a reaction at this point.
Not right now. Not right
Okay.
now.
Very good then. At that point, the Harpy matriarch flings her club. It goes flying in the direction of Gimbal. How far away are you, Gimbal?
60. Wait, from which one? Which one?
From
Normal
the
one?
matriarch.
If she came for so I was 60 feet away from when they all went 40 feet back.
Right.
So if she came closer, then I'm the difference between 60 feet and however.
Well, she
Closer
came
she
closer
came.
twice now. She's come closer 40 feet, and now she's come close another 40 feet. So this would be 80.
Oh, so yeah, she's there. She's that. She can be at me.
She can be at you. All right. So as long as she's within 30 feet of you, I think she can heft this thing. And it just goes spinning in your direction. What's your armor class?
18.
Pretty
will I have
high.
the bow out?
Okay, it misses you and goes thudding into the mud next to you. Plop. At which point she swoops over to the nearest person now. I guess that's now you, with her claws. And she rolls a 19 to hit.
Damn it.
Is it a miss?
That's a hit. 19 to hit.
That's a hit. Oh,
Don't have
wow.
your shield up. No.
Oh, and she does 4 points of damage.
Okay.
All right.
Boo
Boo.
hoo. Boo hoo.
I scoff at Hank.
Josiah,
Hello.
it is your turn.
Okay, so Harpy A is still in front of me, and I cannot attack her. But what I can do, no, I need to keep going towards her, can I? So I need to stay put. That's the thing about charmed, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Just stand there.
stand there and take it. So first thing I will do is, I guess I will use my bonus action to second wind. Where are you? Actions bonus. Second wind, so 1d10 plus 2. So let's roll that.
Too long to get that, Phil.
Hmm?
It took me too long to get that.
I can't see what the fuck.
Did you get
that
the
is.
reference?
Yeah, I got that.
It was
All right, good.
What was it?
I thought it was a 4.
Okay, so plus 2 plus. So add that HP to me. Okay. And I've got my sword and shield out. I don't really want to drop it in case, because I don't want to drop my AC. So, can I? What's the rule around preparing a dodge? Is it just
Preparing a
like-
dodge, that basically if you
Yeah.
dodge the next round, they get disadvantage to every attack.
Yeah, then I guess that's just what I'll do.
Okay, so you're going to be dodging. All right.
Yeah, and then I'll roll my saving throw because I forgot to do it last turn.
Okay. Very
And
good.
fuck. 7.
Still charmed.
Do I get advantage on these ones?
Not at this point. because
Okay.
you're within 30,
Yep.
30 feet of the harpy.
Okay, cool.
All right. In which case, Harpy A attacks Josiah.
That's good. That's good.
Misses. Harpy A attacks the second time, this time with a club. 16 to hit.
Nope.
Okay, that's her turn. Harpy B is heading for Hank with a club. 6 to hit.
Misses.
Misses. She swings again. 13 to hit.
Misses.
Very good. Hank, it is your turn.
Excellent. I should have taken that reaction actually. I was worried she was going to do some other inordinate amount of damage, and I was going to have to use another little thing. But never mind. Russell, I'm looking at this Harpy B.
Yeah.
Do they have arms as well,
Yes.
or do they just have wings?
Well, the wings are. Let me just double check this question. This is
a worm or a dragon?
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Yep, they have wings and arms.
And arms.
That's how they can club you and claw you.
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking maybe they're using their feet, to
Oh,
club
that's
us.
how I imagined it. Like they claw you with your.
Yeah, she can claw you with her feet for sure.
I mean, she was using the club with her feet. That's what I was thinking.
Oh no, clubs in hands, claws on feet and hands.
Right, cool. No, that's cool.
Yeah.
I wasn't saying that to do any rules lawyering. I just wanted to get a mental image of what they were doing.
Sure. Okay. So
Cool.
what are you going to do?
Right. So what I'm going to do is turn around and use. Is anyone nearby me at the moment?
Josiah is reasonably near you, within 30 feet.
And is he engaging Harpy A?
Yeah.
So Harpy A is also on the ground.
Harpy A is within 5 feet of him in the air.
Okay. So if I was to disengage and move 30 feet to Josiah,
yeah,
and then attack with Ledivar, would I get sneak attack?
Yes.
Considering he's right
Yes.
next to her,
Yes.
right next to me.
Yes.
Her. Yeah. Cool. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to disengage using my bonus action.
Yep.
And then move my 30 feet.
Yep.
Move 30 feet and then stabbity do with Ledivar.
Okay. You can have advantage to your attack for that.
Oh, fantastic. All right. First roll was pretty good. So that's 24. Second roll. Yeah, so 24 to attack.
Hits.
Armor class. Hits. Cool.
Yeah.
And then 1d8 plus 5. So cool. So that is just the regular damage is 13 plus 2d6. 5. 1. So 6. So what did I say? 13? 19 damage.
Damn.
So, Hank, you take her out of the air. How do you do it?
All right. So I okay. So I sort of spike her with Ledivar directly through her her
Through the
claw.
heart? Okay.
No, through the claw, and then it hits her belly. Yeah.
All right. That's pretty mean. Very good. She
Yeah.
collapses out of the air, screeching and shrieking extremely loudly, landing on her knees and holding her belly. Do you tear Ledivar out?
Yeah. Tear Ledivar out and then chop her head off.
All right.
Wait.
And then her body collapses in a spurt of
Out of
black
mercy.
blood.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool.
That's the end of your turn, Hank. You got any other actions, bonus actions, movement, flavor?
No, not at this point.
All right. Very good. Then we have one dead harpy. Gimbal, it's your turn.
Cool. Alrighty. I'm going to, now that I finally snapped out of it, I'm going to command Chromo to do a flyby on the other normal harpy, because I think he's still a bit further ahead.
All right.
So he will fly the distance, I think 30 feet to the harpy and attack.
All right. Roll to hit. Chromo.
Yeah, 10 to hit. It's fine.
10 to hit. Okay,
Fine,
that
it's
does
fine.
not hit.
Yeah. And then it uses
Nearly
so,
hits. He snaps at her as he flies past.
and it does so flyby. So then it flies away 30 feet
All right,
without provoking an opportunity attack.
very good.
And then I'll pull out my sword and start swinging at the one in front of me.
All right, you draw your blade and slash down upon the nearest harpy.
Cool, nat 1.
Nat 1, the nearest harpy knocks your sword out of your hand and laughs at you, cackling. Do you have any other bonus actions?
No, that's me.
Okay, Tricky Bob, this is your turn.
So which one got murdered? Was it A?
A. Yeah.
A got murdered. Okay,
Yep.
cool. So we got B and C left.
Murder's a harsh word. Ooh,
Do you
Right, but
stop
B
her
and
head off?
matriarch.
You have the matriarch and you have Harpy B.
Oh,
I
shit!
thought
I thought
matriarch
Happy A
was
was
A.
No,
matriarch.
no, there's
No.
matriarch and then A and B.
And then 2 harpies, right?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Oh.
So A
okay,
and B are what
right,
we're
right.
engaging right now. Matriarch is not within sight.
Right.
Let's go
Okay.
fight me.
Oh, she's within sight.
Oh,
Because
my
Tricky Bob
apologies.
was a bit further back. If she was at 60 feet originally was the last
Harpy
we checked, that you were next to me
matriarch-
basically.
The matriarch went forward to Gimble's position.
Yes, that's right, and tried to club him.
And thinking about this, I should have done this on the map. I apologize.
That's all right.
It's okay.
This
No,
is
I like
painting
it.
a
I'm
very-
enjoying
It's
this.
good every
yeah.
now and then. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Trying to
actually
visualize
really
it.
quickly as well. This is good.
Okay, so that means that what's Hank's health like? Is it still quite low?
It's about halfway, a little
Okay.
under.
No one else really took damage though, right?
No, don't
No,
think
I'm
so.
good.
Okay. I'll do Toll the Dead on A again.
A's dead.
A's dead.
Right, A is dead.
So
Matriarch's
ma-
arrived. On
Matriarch.
B.
Okay, on B. All right.
If B is 60 feet away from me.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. So she makes a wisdom save. Okay. And she rolls a big fat 12.
Yay, just off. So did she take damage already?
She has taken some damage, yes.
Cool. So she gets a solid 9 damage again.
9 damage. All right. Very good. Is that the end of your turn, Tricky Bob? Actions, bonus actions, movement, flavor.
Hank, do you want to do a reaction? Or are you okay?
I'm going to keep it still. Thanks, Tricky.
Okay, then I'll probably my turn.
That's the end. Okay. All right. Matriarch clubs Josiah with a 20 to hit.
She hits. So she flown over to us. And
Yep,
okay, yeah, that hits.
that hits. And she does 6 points of damage. Then she hits you with claws. 14 to hit. That doesn't hit, does it?
No, that doesn't hit.
All right. So she's only hit you a little bit with the club. Very good. And who's not charmed by the matriarch right now?
Me.
Everybody make a saving
Roll
throw.
free.
No.
Damn.
No advantage.
I've already been charmed by her.
Ooh,
Can I
I
be
got
charmed
that
by her again?
20.
If you've already been charmed with her and you've broken the charm, then you cannot be charmed by her again.
Yes.
18.
Okay, you save.
I got a net 20. Does it mean I never charmed again?
Yep, not from her.
Thank you.
Thank you.
9.
Okay, so Hank, you think she's fantastic, and you want to help her. You think you want to join her band of merry harpies. It's just great.
Hank
All
wants
right.
to get happy.
Bang of it.
Josiah, it's your
Hank's
actual
all
turn
about the
now.
harpies.
Okay, so since I'm next to Hank, that
Hank
and,
is no longer engaged.
okay, all right. Well, I will just flat out attack her then. For a 15.
15 to hit. Yep. No, that does not hit.
Oh, rats. In which case,
Well, stop. I lie. I
oh,
lie. It does hit.
it does hit. Oh,
It does hit.
okay, that's good. So roll my damage. That's 14 normal damage,
Wow.
and is Hank, though he's not engaged in her, he's not seen as my enemy, is he?
He
or-
is not your enemy, no.
Is he her ally?
He's not her ally.
Well, then I can use my sneak attack as well.
Does that work?
What?
He is your ally.
don't-
That's true to say, and he is.
Yeah, well,
within
he's,
5
he's
feet of you.
charmed. That's
Yeah.
all I was asking.
Yeah.
Because
I don't think I have to be engaged. Is
Yeah.
I think is what you're getting at. I don't think I have to be engaged on view. It doesn't explicitly say that anyway.
All right, cool.
Yeah. All right, so bang. Oh, and another 10 on top of that.
So how much damage?
That would have been. Let me just check the chat log. 24 damage.
And this is to
The
Harpy
matriarch.
matriarch.
Yeah.
24, did you say?
Yep. That's like the most damage I've ever rolled.
Wow. All right.
And then,
Ooh,
yeah, and then I gracefully stroll another 30 feet away as I do this. It's
All
just
right.
like here, and then I just continue walking by, pointing my sword outwardly.
Right.
Yep.
Okay.
And she
so
can't do shit. Sorry, Hank.
it's a flash attack when
Yeah.
you just charge off. All right, very good. Harpy A is dead. Harpy B tries to attack Josiah with claws. First attack is a miserable 7. Second attack is a somewhat better 20.
That
Dirty
hits.
20.
Ah.
She does another 3 points of damage.
I can live with that.
Ooh la la.
All right. Hank
Hank's just quietly bitter. Like every time everybody else gets attacked, and it takes like a little nick out of them. He's just really bitter about it.
Holding his guts.
Hank,
Yeah, that's it.
Hank, it's your turn.
All right. So Josiah is engaging Harpy B, right?
Yeah.
That's correct.
Is that the way? All right, cool. And he's within 30 feet of Hank.
Yeah.
Hank's charmed
Cool.
though, isn't he?
Yeah, charmed. So you can't walk towards Harpy B because you're
True. Who am I charmed
You're
by?
by the
Matriarch?
matriarch. Yeah, who's right next to
Okay.
you,
All right. Okay.
like
Cool. So
stroking your jaw.
yeah, I guess I'm just gonna like stand there. Yeah. So I'm gonna stand there, but I am gonna loose off a short bow at Harpy B. I believe I can do that. Yes.
The matriarch's
Yes.
busy telling you how she wishes to feed you from her teats.
Oh, yum,
Yucky.
yum. That sounds great. Okay, so Hank's gonna fire off a short bow, but do I get a sneak attack?
A sneak attack.
Because-
Somebody in
Yeah, she's
Yeah,
engaging me.
Josiah.
Yeah.
go.
Just cool. All right, so short bow attack.
Advantageous.
Dun, 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 dun. That's I mean I'm assuming that hits 7 plus 4 is 21.
21 against who? Matriarch.
Harpy B.
Harpy
No,
B.
Harpy B. I can't
Well,
attack matriarch.
21 hits.
Excellent. So I do 1d8 plus 5. No, 1d6 plus 4. Sorry. So that's 6 plus 2d6. 1, 3, so 4. So is that 6 and 4? 10 damage to Harpy B.
10 damage to Harpy B. She shrieks. Is that the end of your turn?
That is the end of my turn.
All right. Gimbal.
Alrighty.
Gimblay.
Right. Promo will attack the Harpy B again.
All right.
And the
Roll ahead.
flyby. 19.
That
Nice.
hits. Go,
Righty.
go, Harpy. Go get the chromo. Chromo.
1d4 plus 6.
It's like monochromicon.
Yeah.
Oh, Gimbal.
7 chromo damage.
7 chromo damage. Was that a charge attack?
It's a flyby, so he flies in, attacks, and then flies off again.
Well, okay, so no, but with no opportunity.
No knockdowns or anything.
As
like
opposed to that, right? So, okay, cool. That's the end of your turn.
that. No, I'll attack the Harpy.
You're attacking Harpy B as well.
No, the matriarch in front
Matriarch this time. Roll
Yeah.
ahead.
15 to hit.
15 does hit.
Right.
That does hit.
Another 7 damage.
7 damage. Any additional bonus actions, movement, flavor?
I'll just shout, Hank, she's not that pretty.
Hank's like being preened by this Harpy matriarch.
Yeah.
I love your hair.
Little
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Unique.
Isn't he bald?
Such
Yeah, that's
so
what
much
he's
forehead.
He's got it on the side.
So shiny, such a shiny
You
forehead.
must have a lot of confidence.
Okay. The matriarch at this turn, at this time she turns into a beautiful girl, standing there next to you, Hank, and now you're well enamored by her. However, even in her fleeting form, she strikes out at Josiah,
Ooh,
who's not that far away,
no.
doing a 15 to hit. Does
Nope.
not hit. Second attack does not hit either. Okay, Josiah, it's your turn.
All right. Between the two of them, Harpy B and Harpy Matriarch, who's looking worse for you?
Harpy B looks much worse for wear.
Oh, Harpy B's right in front of me, so I don't want to raise the attack of opportunity. So I will just attack her.
Roll a hit.
In a pen, in a bar.
Oh, that's a weird
Ooh.
name.
It's
It sounds like in a
15.
pen in a bar.
15.
Hmm.
Hits, yep.
Hits. All right. That's a
8 points of damage.
eight points of damage. I'm assuming since I'm within range of the Harpy Matriarch as well, there's not much I can do in terms of sneak attacks. So,
It doesn't matter because Harpy B's neck goes snicker snack.
oh, neat. That's what I say.
Or however you wish to end her. Sort of
I love
blight.
the thing of where you just hack their wings right off, and then like they're just bleeding out because of it,
Right, okay. So
Okay.
you
clasping at their
literally-
backs. Ah!
You smack it to the ground and then hack her wings off, okay.
Oh,
And then basically she dies there bleeding to death, screeching. And that is the end of Harpy B. So now there are no more Harpies, only one matriarch left. And it is Hank's turn.
well, that's a shame. Because I can do. Oh wait, I didn't do my concentrations. My wisdom save last turn.
All right.
So I'll try my wisdom save anyway and see if that works.
Yep.
No, that was 11. So I'm still.
So you're
Charmed.
still charmed by this particular, by the beautiful matriarch at this
Yeah.
point, and she's trying to get you to protect her. She's
All right.
saying, "Face them! Stop them! Stop them!"
All right. Okay. In this case, I'm going to. Can't do shit. Actually, hang on. I'm wondering if okay, no, never mind. I'm just going to, for the fun of it, pick up a piece of earth of 5 feet and move it 5 feet away, making a little pit and a little mound. That's my turn.
Okay, so you've made a little pit and a little mound, just a little bit of
I dug a hole.
difficult
Building-
terrain, as it
Building
were.
a statue for her.
Yeah,
Right.
I made a little hole.
Is that the
Yeah.
end of your turn then, Hank?
That is the end of my turn.
Okay, you
Yeah.
dug a little hole. Gimbal, it's your turn.
Just staring, baffled. Okay.
Like, what the fuck are you doing?
Now is not the time for such wormish means. And,
Not the time for wormish means.
Alright, I'll have Chromo do another flyby on the Harpy. That is a 16 to hit,
16 to hit. Very well.
and then
Would anyone like to make a perception check at this point?
Sure.
sure. In the meantime, Chromo does. That is 3 plus 9 damage.
9 damage.
23.
My
21.
perception check is
9 damage. Wow.
10.
10.
I'm busy.
Fail. You're busy.
I'm going to do my multi attack.
to do your multi attack. Roll to hit.
Alright, so one hit is 11. The
It's
other
a
hit.
fail.
Crit!
A crit.
Nice.
Roll your crit damage, please.
A 1 and a 3. 7 damage.
Yay.
7 damage. That's the total, is it?
That's it. Yep.
All right.
I'm
Who
done.
made a perception check?
Me.
Yo,
Hey,
What did
just
you
watching
roll?
Hank.
23.
21.
21. Okay. You notice that the teenager on the post, who was very much agonizingly dying at the moment, slides down another foot.
Oh.
I don't want to notice this.
I didn't notice. I'm busy.
All right.
Can I notice?
Anybody who has, once I've got Hank on, hang on. Okay, so anybody who has not been charmed by the matriarch, roll a saving throw.
I already rolled in that 20. Does it mean?
I'm immune
Right,
to
if,
her.
if you're
her
immune,
charms
that's
now.
fine. Okay, so
Yay.
if you're
I'm
immune
not.
and you haven't been charmed by her, okay, so that's just Josiah.
18.
Josiah, you save, and you will not be lured, or you're the bitter by her again.
Okay.
Very good. 24 hours. That's everybody's immune to her now. Is that right?
No, it's just Hank.
No.
He's loving it.
Yeah,
He's digging. He's
I'm
digging.
still getting all up in
Literally.
the Harpy grill.
All right. As she does that, she claws at you, Hank. Oh no, she doesn't, because that would be stupid. Well, no, she does, because she just saved. Right, she rolled a natural 20
Whoa.
So hang on.
damage.
I don't know how this works
This
for
is-
an actual 20.
This is
Is it in-
Josiah.
Oh, okay.
Me. Yep. Oh, she hits me for 20. Okay. Ooh.
She does 21 points of damage. with
I'm
her
down.
claws.
Damn.
Yikes.
Hank is no longer bitter.
At which point she rises up in the air, 20 feet.
Opportunity attack.
Are you close enough for an opportunity attack?
Yeah, I've been swinging at her.
All right, roll to hit.
21.
That's a hit.
Another one. 4 damage.
4 damage. Fuck.
Damn.
All right.
I think it's a fuzzy dice. I'm changing the dice.
All right. So, Josiah, you're unconscious. Is that right?
Yep.
Make a death saving throw now.
Well, okay. It's just a 20, isn't it?
Yeah.
Don't
That's
you get in that one.
14.
Now,
So,
Josiah, did you make it? Oh, 14. That's
Yep.
actually a success. But you're going to need 3 of those. Did you
will.
make a list of moments, of memories?
okay. So, on a good
you only
death
need-
save, on a good death save,
That was a good one.
yeah. Here's a nice one. The first time that Josiah left Vangate through Southwall with Gimbal, Tricky Bob, and Bellerin, the furthest I had been from Vangate at that point.
Right. So you're remembering that as you
Yeah.
crash down onto your knees, dropping your weapon,
Yeah.
and landing in the snow. All right. Harpy A is dead. Harpy B is dead. Hank, it's your turn.
All right. So, I need to make another wisdom saving throw.
Right.
Oh, I got a gentleman's 20.
Gentleman's
19.
20. Very good. You will be free on your next round to make attacks against what's her face. Yep.
Okay. Well, I mean, I can't do anything else anyway. So,
All right. Gimbal.
Yes. Alrighty. She's in the air
Have we,
now, right?
have we missed Tricky Bob's turns? Like a couple?
No.
Oh, yeah.
Gimbal's, Tricky Bob's after Gimbal.
Aha.
Okay.
Not
Alright.
Miss Tricky.
So she's in the air.
Yep. 10 feet in the air.
Kid's sliding down on a pole. Josiah's bleeding out.
Yeah. He's got about, you would say about 12 seconds before he is unrecoverable, at least without revivify or some sort of.
Oh, I didn't notice that he
12
slid down a
seconds.
little bit.
2 rounds.
I didn't notice that he slid down, so it's fine.
Right.
I'll look down at Josiah. Okay. And I look up. Fine. And I squat down and cast Cure Wounds on Josiah.
Okay.
So you can have. I'll give you level 2. Yeah, there you go. I get to roll well. 15 health back.
Wow.
Nice. Great
Alright.
work.
That's a very good healing roll.
Yeah.
Mm.
Is that the end of
And-
your turn, Gimbal?
No, I have Chromo,
Chromo?
Pursue, and Attack.
Roll to hit, Chromo.
6.
Chromo's going to have to do a launch into the air in order to hit her. She's 10 feet in the air.
Oh, no, Chromo is in the air. It's a bird. Chromo's been
right,
doing
Chromo's a
flyby, so he's been
bird,
like
right. Chromo's a
flying
bird.
above. Yeah.
Yep, gotcha. Yep, Chromo's a bird.
Mm.
Sorry, I keep thinking him as a badger.
Mm.
Still there. All right, roll the hit for Chromo.
Yeah, 5. No.
Okay, he fails. Never mind. Tricky Bob, it is your turn now.
So Josiah is what, 15 HP?
Yep, I can always use some more.
All right. What's Hank at?
Hank is at about
27.
the same, I believe. No. Hank's less than that. He is at 15 also. He's also at 15.
Hank, can you update your hit points on your character sheet on your D&D Beyond?
I did.
You did.
It's sitting at 15, yeah.
It's telling me it's currently sitting at 27.
That's what it started at this session.
Ah,
I started at 27 because I wasn't full health for some
Okay.
reason.
all right.
Do you want me to refresh it and see what happens?
Yeah, actually refresh it. Let's see what happens.
All right. Refresh. There we go.
Didn't happen at your end. It'll probably happen here, but I don't really need to know your hit points, and I don't want to fuck up my encounter until it's finished. So,
Yep.
Tricky Bob, she's
Weird.
Not here.
She's coming now.
She's coming now.
Yep.
All right, Tricky Blob.
Sorry, my mom was asking what time we're picking up the bathtub.
Uh,
So Hank and Josiah are equal health at 15.
Yeah.
Which one of them is closer to me?
There's which one of Hank and Josiah?
Yeah.
They're about the
Next
same.
to the matriarch. Yeah.
Equidistant.
Anyone is a bit more in need of a reaction? Anyone has a
Give it
Give it
preference?
to me, because
Not
he
me.
can't
Fine.
attack her.
Who can do the
So
most damage is what your question really should be.
that's a good call.
Hank is charmed.
Well, I can't attack her anyway.
Okay, then I will I'll cast Stole the Dead on Matriarch.
All right, so she makes a wisdom save.
Yep.
She fails. Good
Yay.
damage.
Where is
Oh, wait,
it?
I can attack her.
Okay.
I saved.
Ah,
It's 12 damage.
But whatever.
Tricky Bob, you're told the dead tears her apart. It
Yay.
just rips all of her feathers off and pulls her to pieces, and she cackles hideously as her head rolls down the hill and into the river.
So her head is cackling.
Yeah.
Decapitated head. It's kind of
Yeah.
yucky.
Yeah.
Is Harpy B still alive?
Nope, they're all
No,
dead.
everyone's
Oh,
dead.
it's everyone. Okay, cool. Never mind then.
Dun, da, 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 da,
Yay.
da, da,
You make
da.
perception checks. Yeah, thank you for the Final Fantasy music.
Ooh, a 21.
7.
21. Two things you notice that what the Harpy matriarch's corpse has kind of a string bag around it. And the other thing you notice is that you've got 6 seconds to save that boy if you want to save him.
Do I want to save him?
We can try.
Okay,
Oh,
fine.
we definitely want to
Same,
save him.
same deal as we did before. Let's try and lift him off and heal him as he gets off.
Right,
Yeah,
how are you gonna
okay.
do
All
it?
right. Okay.
So
right.
I
You need to
cure
make
wounds him.
athletics checks. Okay, so you cure wounds him. That's 1 down. That buys you time to try and pull him off the thing.
So
How high up is
He's
5
unconscious.
HP.
Is he? He's unconscious, right?
Yeah,
He's
he's in shock.
unconscious.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
How
Okay.
high up is he on the stake? And how
Fif-
high is the stake?
15 feet.
Oh, shit.
Do
One
we
of us
chop the
gonna-
steak off?
Somebody
Cut the
stand.
steak.
Somebody stand on my shoulders and try and
Wait.
lift him off.
Hang on. There's a smarter
What?
way to do this.
It's 15 feet
Um,
tall.
Yeah, but I can also move Earth 5 feet up at a time. So if we've got an extra cure wounds, I can move 10 feet worth of
Earth.
thing up to for
Okay.
12 seconds.
Okay, let's do it.
We need a fog
Alright.
cloud.
So you're building up the earth underneath the thing. Somebody's
That's
going to cast Cure Wounds one more time.
Me again? I can do it again.
All right,
So that's a 7.
very good. Who's got the strength to pull him off?
Probably Gimbal and Tricky, right? But then
Oops.
Tricky's
I gotta-
already
I-
curing
Wherever
think
else are the only ones
I've
with.
got a +4 because I'm still so I'm going to do it. I'm going
Okay.
to do it. I'm
I'll,
trying.
I'll help. I'll help.
You're
I'll come
helping,
help.
so okay,
Yeah.
so advantage for
Okay.
that athletics check.
That is a.
Oh, come on.
Oh shit!
+4. Hang
That's
on.
a 6 plus 4.
Roll a friggin'. That's a 7.
Okay.
+4 though.
Josiah, can you roll 2d4 for me, please?
Okay. Roll. Fuck. 5 points of damage.
Right, and versus how much healing?
I did 13 total. Sorry, 12 total.
12 total. Okay, cool. Still alive.
Have we gotten him off the pike yet?
He's not off the pike though. That's the problem.
Gross.
Seems
All
to
right,
be
one
stuck
last
One more
go.
cure wounds.
because
Yeah,
of that
do it.
slip down. Okay, one more cure wounds.
Okay.
5.
5 and Josiah
Athletics.
athletics
21.
21. You pull him off without making any more damage to him.
Yay.
Okay.
And with the extra healing, okay, he seems to be alive.
Should be about 12 HP.
But he's
Wait.
absolutely shocked and unable to speak at this point. And eventually, after about a minute or so of him sitting there just kind of drooling and getting his head back together after what he's been through,
We knock him out.
you want to knock him out?
Why
can
can't-
put
no,
him
no,
to
go,
sleep.
no.
I'm legitimately asking the others, like, do we knock him out?
No, we don't knock him
Oh, I
out.
don't have
He'll be
sleep.
fine. He's just gone through a lot. You know,
We'll just put him in the recovery position, maybe.
I think he might collapse back into a kind of fever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's go check. I'm gonna check the Harpies' little purse that she's got.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, you find some rotten meat, and you find 15 pieces of gold and 60 silver pieces in there. You find an old cup. You find a bottle of what looks and smells like very sour mead. And you find a tiny little bag, about yay big, that is made of leather, like a little pouch, and it's got a number of very hard little bumps inside it.
Bumps.
Yeah, like small objects
Oh,
that are very hard inside the pouch.
okay.
And you can open the pouch and
I'm
find
gonna.
it.
Delicious
I'm gonna.
nuts.
I'm gonna open it up. What are these knuckles?
They appear to be 7 seeds.
Huh. Seeds.
Hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah. They're
All
funny
right,
little
well,
seeds. Funny little
I'm
seeds.
gonna
I'm not
toss
sure.
that over to Hank and say, "You've got the green thumb, Hank. You can hold on to these."
Hank,
and
would you
then-
like to make a nature check, please?
I'll make a
In the
nature
meantime,
check.
everybody update your things. I'm going to split the winnings evenly. So 3 gold each, and then how much silver was it? 100,
60 silver.
60 silver. So
Well,
15.
technically, it'll be 3 gold, 90 silver each.
What?
3 gold
Right.
and 9 silver? How much silver?
Well, if
60.
it's
60.
4.6
So
golds.
15.
I'll take the extra gold because I opened the purse, and I
That
really.
doesn't seem fair.
and
I think
um,
you died and didn't carry your weight. I had to heal you.
Excuse me,
Yeah,
I
deserve
actually-
money.
I took
deserve
down the
Actually-
tax.
matriarch to begin
Actually,
with.
hang on. Josiah doesn't actually have to tell us how much gold and silver there is.
He did
so-
already.
Yeah.
Did, yeah.
Well,
No backsies.
tough titties. I did the majority of the work at the start
Fine.
of this battle.
3 gold's fine. I'm happy with that.
I'm fine with 3 gold.
I took 5 silver.
I just feel like
No,
it's not really
I'm taking
fair.
15 silver.
Well,
Hank, what
Tricky
did you
Bob.
get for your nature check?
Right. Not great. I got a 5 in total, but
Hmm.
I could cast while everyone's doing their thing. I could always cast
Well, they just
identify.
they look like seeds. You know, you just don't know what seeds they are.
All right. Okay.
Just take him to a
Um,
farmer. They'll tell you what the seeds are. This boy is probably a farmer. Once he gets up and
true.
up and about, he might be able to help you. You know, if he's not catatonic.
All
You
right.
flap
So
it?
I
you
put the
get
rest of the
Pull yourself
seeds.
together.
I mean,
I put-
any other member of the group could make the check if you showed it to them.
Nature check.
Yeah, I take the seeds. I take one out, and I leave the rest of the seeds in the pouch, and I put it in my own little pouch,
All right.
and I take it over to Tricky Bob and say, "What do you make of that, Tricky?"
Well, I rolled a 6, so I don't know what the hell it
Yeah.
is.
All right. Well,
Tricky,
you
you've
know
never
nothing,
seen them
Tricky.
before. You never
I think
seen
it's
this
for a
seed.
plant.
So I take it over to Gimbal and I say, "Oi, Gimbal, what do you reckon?"
Yep, there we go.
Yeah,
Oh, I
but
got a
you're-
nut. I got a
Gimbal,
nat
you're-
20. So just
Ooh.
at a distance, I see.
You had the first.
Yeah, I just threw it to him, but it's like, hey, idiot, don't you know that's a common garden variety?
Yeah, they look like bean seeds.
Yeah,
Beans.
yeah.
Beans. All right.
Need to
Some,
write that
some
down.
beans.
So
I got
3
some
gold
bean
plus
seeds.
beans.
What did Gimbal get for his check?
13.
13. Yeah, they look like beans. Gimbal.
I think there's unless there's No, I don't have advantage because it's not underground.
They're special snow beans, you believe?
No beans.
Frost peas.
Frost
Mm.
peas.
Sea
Yeah.
beans.
Beans. Okay,
Oh, we should
cool.
plant them.
Yes. Let's get some snow beans.
All right.
Mm.
Well,
How's the boy doing?
I don't know. I want to go wave my hand in his face. Oi.
Ah, 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 I'm alive. I'm
That was
alive.
nasty. It was gross.
Oh, so
How's your bum?
Oh, I'm alive. Who are you? We have to get out of this place. They'll come back.
Well,
No,
I
they
think.
won't.
Wait, did we kill? Oh, sorry. Did the matron? Yeah, they're all dead. Don't worry about it.
Wait,
He
hang
looks
on.
around and starts to see the masses of bloody feathers and the black blood that sticks them together, and the corpses, limbs and bits that have been chopped off laying about. And
They
the
not have.
post. Yep.
Do they not have a little midden site somewhere nearby? A little nest that they went behind. When
They
we
There's a
had-
first see them?
mound,
There
right?
was a mound
just-
that they hid behind. Yes.
Yeah,
A mound though. I don't think they're like turkeys.
yeah, I think so.
Bush turkeys.
I want to go and check out the mound anyway while they're dealing with this dude.
It just looked like a place where they took cover.
Oh, okay. All right. Nothing special. Cool.
Remember what I told you around those butcher birds, though, and their little ladder? I told you there was something like that.
What?
They're the birds that like stake their like mice and stuff and insects
Size
on thorns
babbling.
of a bush.
Give him another heal.
Oh,
Yeah,
Butcher birds. Okay.
they're a real thing.
Now,
Um,
can I do a history check? Are life debts a thing?
They can be, yeah.
Just say it's a thing, Gimbal. It sounds like a Gimbal thing he'd say.
Does. It's like, well, boy, we've saved your life, so we'll need to collect on this a little bit later. Possibly, you may be indebted to us in servitude.
I will take that. I'll take that. My name is Marco.
Marco, nice to meet you. We'll treat you fairly.
Marco,
You,
do you know how to
um,
grow things?
Sometimes. Why?
What are these beans?
Curious.
Look
we
like
know they're beans.
snow peas, I think.
Delicious. All right, good. Come along. We've got some goblins to pick up.
All right.
Where are you from, Marco?
He says, are we little north of Balconard? There's
Little
a
south
farm
of
there.
Balconard. Oh wow, you're north of Balconard?
Aye.
How'd
These
you end
things-
up here?
Picked you up and dragged you all the way here?
I was walking about. You asked me where I was from, not where I was. when they
Wandering,
asked me.
wandering, boys will wander.
What were you
Yes.
doing out here? Isn't that quite a while away?
Aye. It was foolish. They told me not to come here.
Why did you?
Curiosity.
For?
Well, also my younger sister told me that she'd been down here and seen strange ruins.
Mm.
Hmm.
Wow.
We have seen strange ruins. They're impressive. But anyway, nothing to be had.
Dangerous.
Would you like an escort home, Marco?
Oh, if you wouldn't mind,
Yeah, we don't want to end up on another spike.
please, let's get out of here. The
Alright, well,
memories are torturous.
We need to just make a quick stop off. Somebody go and grab that Harpie's head because we need to
Ooh.
show it to the goblins to prove that we killed the thing.
I think
Can I-
Marco is just gonna collapse again and start crying.
Come on, boy. Yeah, you need to be a man. Sure.
While he's crying, I want to go. Can I do a nature check on the harpies? Is it good eats?
You think they're probably diseased?
Okay, rats. All right, well, leave them be. They don't deserve to be buried, right?
Brandy in a jar.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're having a lovely
Indy in the
Sunday.
jarro.
Haven't even had breakfast yet.
Okay. Who's grabbing the head? Do I have to grab
Not
the head?
me.
I'll
Why are we
grab
grabbing heads?
it. We
It's
need to
not-
show the goblins that we removed the threat.
I
Remember
don't
that?
think
We'll
we
grab the
should
head.
show them that.
Why?
Well, because then they've got no reason to leave.
Well, we
But
say
no,
there's
but-
more.
We made a pact with them that if we removed the threat, they would come with us. Remember?
Yeah.
That was a deal.
Yeah, but I think you're twisting the deal. I don't think this was the threat. I thought
Well,
the
it
threat
was
would have
either
been the elves.
Well, it was either the Goliath that did it, or it
Yeah.
was the things that we've seen put something on a post.
Well, all right, bring it. You can walk at the back though.
Yeah, I'll carry the head. I always get head carrying duties.
Hold the head.
Yeah. How big's the matriarch's?
A little bit bigger than a human head.
No, that's fine. Yeah.
Not a ogre head.
Yeah.
I mean, if you include like horns and spikes and things too.
They've
She's got horns?
Oh,
Yeah.
neat.
Carry them by the horn.
Yeah, carry it by the horn.
All right.
And are we heading to the goblins? No one wanted to
Ye-
investigate anything further here?
Not really.
Don't want to push my luck.
All right, let's go see Riglito and Unglot.
All right. So you go to find Riglito and Unglot, and you discover them gardening outside their
Lovely.
little space. And they look up at you as you approach. You come around their wall,
Yep. I'm
Um,
going
and
to
they,
toss the Harpy's head in front of us
Mhm.
and declare that we have saved you from the threat of the Harpies.
You killed her.
We killed 3 of her.
3. Oh, good, good.
Now,
Hmm.
you remember our deal, don't you?
I wonder how many more Harpy live here.
Possibly 8 more Harpies?
Maybe 10.
Doesn't sound like a place you'd want to live, does it?
Hundreds of them.
Maybe thousands.
Yes, maybe.
I-
Many more.
Riglito, Unglot, I think it would be in your best interest for you to join our tribe and come and live with us in our fortress.
Impossible.
Much bigger than this fortress.
But we have. Excuse me. We have the Moglum snag.
The stone?
Yes.
You can bring the stone. It will be your heirloom.
No, you join our tribe.
Well, we live here in the swamp with you and the Harpies.
Perfect.
Too small.
I suggest a challenge of strength to be who should be the chief and who should
Actually-
join who.
No, you know what, Gimbal? I was going to be charitable to these 2, but they obviously want to be put back on a spike again, don't you, Riglito?
What?
Yeah, let's just
No.
put him back where we found him.
Yeah, so you know what? You can
You
live
stay
here.
in my house. How dare you?
I'm not
No,
threatening
we,
them.
We not join
Ah.
your tribe. We offered
I'm
to
moving
take
back.
you. We're obviously the strongest. We killed the
I'm s-
Harpy that killed Riglito.
Okay, can you make a persuasion check, please, Josiah?
Yeah, I can certainly do that. 14.
14. That's quite good.
I have a +9.
Fuck.
Oh man. Oh yeah, actually I have +5 to persuade. I
glad.
keep forgetting.
Umglot gets up.
I have
and he
negative
says,
1.
Riglibo, they're right. They're stronger.
And he starts walking over towards you guys. And Riglibo's like,
What? No, you come back. Come back. They lie to you.
Riglito, you will be the head chef of our tribe.
What
Our
that
tribe.
mean, chef?
You cook. You cook with stone. You feed us. You be the heart. An army marches on its belly. And
Wait, me, Umglot, we talk 5 minutes.
5 minutes. You just let us know if you need anything.
okay.
I want to make sure that our head chef is well taken care
He
of.
takes Umglot inside the warren for 5 minutes. And when they come back, they have their marching clothes on and they're carrying a bag that is about stone sized. A few other things with them.
We go. We take
Good.
your offer.
Good. So we
Join
found-
your tribe. Wait. What is name of your tribe?
You will be known as the Frostmoor Crows from now on. Translate it to Goblin if you need to.
Jigbok, this acceptable.
Pro for short. You're now a crow.
Okay,
Good tribe.
good. Crow.
Easy for you to say.
Looks like the beginning of a beautiful friendship, you two. I'm
Right.
glad to have you on board.
And so you march them back up the hill back to your crow's rest.
Well, first we have to. We got to deal with this kid. What are we doing with the kid,
Yeah.
Marco?
Thought we taking him with us.
Are we taking him to? Because I thought he's now ours now.
Yeah, he
Well,
can
that's
rest up.
how it
at-
works.
no,
We can offer it to him.
he can rest up Crow's Rest for a little bit if he wants.
Yeah.
We can maybe give him something to eat. You know.
He will accept these offerings, but ultimately he wants to go home.
Yeah, fair
Yeah,
enough.
for sure,
Yeah, let's,
for
let's
sure.
not kidnap.
Until
He's a
he
teenage
sees
boy.
how awesome Crow's Rest is, and then he can be our stables boy. You tend to
Alright,
horses,
sure,
Marco.
let's-
What do you farm?
Pigs.
Pigs.
Same thing.
We can ride pigs.
Tricky Bob could ride a pig.
Good. My mount.
And how long? Like what? How long has your family been in the Balkanard region?
Oh, my family has been here as long as I can remember.
That's not very long, probably.
Obviously, Marco. All right, turn around, say those. All right, this boy's clearly a simpleton.
Oh, that's true. I've heard that before too. I'm told I'm simpleton, can't read nor write, like my pa.
I don't think we want anyone that's illiterate in our.
Come
Or
on,
you
next
might
one
like
now.
Daisy then. Daisy, she can read and write a little.
Who's Daisy? Is that a
That's
pig?
My
Sister.
little sister. You don't
Oh.
call her a pig. She's not a pig. Are you a pig?
No, do I look like a pig? Well, that's
Whoa,
kind of
why'd you
racist.
call my sister a pig then?
I'm just asking. I don't know it, Daisy.
Are
That
you
seems a
see-
very.
I'm gonna go hang out with the
Piggish name.
goblins. They seem
Cattle
better
name.
company at this point.
Kind of thing is that to say about a person? Terrible. Are you dwarves always so mean like that?
Yes.
Very impolite.
That's what
yes.
this wine can be. Yeah.
Impolite. That's the word I'm looking for.
It's a bit rude and uncalled for.
You're a bit rude, Tricky.
I just asked a question.
Insinuating this poor boy who almost died. Sister.
You
is a
some
pig.
kind of priestess or something, or are you?
I guess you could say that.
Highfalutin.
Those look like priestly garbs to me.
He's
Clerical
bright.
gobs,
He's not
but
that
you know,
dumb.
close enough.
Yeah, see, he's got a spark of knowledge there.
Mhm.
Yeah. could
How
be
would
Well, we
you
useful.
don't know
like
if he's
to be Hank's
concussed.
Wizard apprentice.
Can
Well,
we?
that's why we take him
You
to
need to
Crow's
read
Rest.
to be a wizard.
What's a
Yeah, that's true.
crow's rest then?
You'll find out.
Nice home.
I see. How far are we from this crow's rest then?
Oh,
Oh, that's a good point.
8 hours of
Half a day.
hike, I
Days.
think. Yeah.
I heard you
Yeah.
make these two young goblins the crows. Are they members of your society? Are they?
They are
yeah,
now.
there are chefs and gardeners.
Yeah, I mean, we find as we've traveled through this world that too many people are exclusionary, and we at the Crows like to be inclusionary.
All inclusive.
Yeah, like
Well,
Quite multicultural.
I don't
Yeah.
understand what you mean.
well,
What's
we don't-
inclusion?
we see what's in people's hearts, Marco. So these are two good goblins. They've hit hard times, and we want to help them out.
So you're a group of heroes then?
Bang on.
I see now. That's why you
Superheroes.
saved me from the
We're like
Harpies then.
really, really good heroes.
That's right.
That's right. We could have left you there if we were.
Not
We were
good.
taking your shoes.
So I suppose I'm quite lucky then. Luckier than the others, I suppose. And that explains the rumors and stories about how some of the farmers' children have gone missing in the last few months.
Yeah,
Quite nasty.
probably.
Quite nasty business.
They thought it was ogres. They were wrong.
That could have been
No.
ogres as well.
Oh,
All manner of nasties live around here. We've found.
I
Definitely
see.
should not travel the way you have been.
Mm.
I see.
Not yet. We're
Wait
cleaning,
until
out,
you
we're,
learn how
we're
to
cleaning out the area. It'll be safe
use a weapon.
soon.
Yeah.
I see. That would be my mistake then.
hmm
It was not a pleasant experience to be put upon that large stick.
No, it's quite disturbing.
Yeah, I imagine.
I wouldn't
Do you
want-
know how to use a bow, young master? What do we call you anyway?
Marco.
Go.
Marco.
Marco. That's right, Marco.
Oh, I've fired a bow a few times. Not the greatest shot.
Have you got one?
Let's just send him. Let's just feed him and send him on his way.
Pa,
Eat
he
him?
does have a bow at the
Feed
house.
him.
Oh, right, yeah.
All right. Well, maybe I can give you some pointers back at Crow's Rest. Maybe that'll help you out next time.
Oh, well, if you like, surely. I hear it takes a lifetime to master a longbow.
Maybe a longbow, but you don't need to master a longbow, mate. Well,
I like the look
yeah,
of
you
your
can-
crossbow there, sir. He
You
says
can just
to
fling around the piddly little arrows like these two do.
yeah. Well, I've got a short bow. This fella's got a crossbow. He points at
I
Josiah.
like the look of your big bow there. That longbow looks mighty fine, like my pa's, but this is different. You're an elf, I see.
Hang on, let's talk about your pa's bow.
Oh. Right,
Gimbo.
then.
How nice is your father's longbow?
Not it's like this one.
Oh, right then. Never mind. Well, you rest up, child. I don't really want to talk to you that much. I'll be off.
We can't.
Are
We
we-
can't rest. We're
are we-
walking.
Yeah,
Right,
like
right.
rest with
I'll-
his mouth. I
I'll be
think.
going ahead to scout.
Rest your mouth.
Yeah.
Yes.
Rest your mouth. Just you rest your mouth.
Right, so you travel off, and what's the general conclusion here? What's the general gist of where you're going, what you're going to
We're
do?
gonna hit the Crow's Rest, get goblins set up, maybe give old Marco some raw eggs to eat. 'Cause I don't think we've got much else.
All right.
And then send him. Maybe Hank wants to give him a couple of lessons with a short bow, and then send him on his way.
I think we escort him. I think we'll escort him back to the farm.
All the way to
Okay.
north?
Yeah, we can do that.
On the
Or
way,
maybe we should rest.
yeah,
then.
on the way
Maybe
to
we should spend the
Balconard.
night.
Then Tricky Bob can go to Balconard and do her thing the next
yeah.
day, and we can go take this farmhand back to his parents.
So you're going to
Why
go to
don't we rest at
Balconard
Crow's Rest
first.
tonight?
No, we're gonna
Oh.
stop in Crow's Rest. We're gonna introduce the goblins to Harbeck and Harbeck to the goblins.
Yeah, we can't take the goblins to Balconard.
No.
Mm.
We're gonna set them up, I guess. In where should they be set up?
The farmhouse.
Dungeon.
No, isn't
Sunglass.
it like a little?
Sunglass.
Isn't it like a little farmhouse?
Well, they're going to be cooking, so they need to be in whatever
Yeah.
the cooking thing was.
Oh, the mansion then.
Unglat.
Maybe not
What
the.
do you think of our fortress so far?
You're
Are we
talking
there?
to the boy?
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, to
another
Unglat.
goblins.
Yeah.
Very big.
Where would you?
Huh?
Where would you like to live in this fortress? We're doing it up. You know, it'll take some time, but which of these areas looks nice to you?
They point to the tower, the highest tower, of course.
Now remember,
There. Here.
you'll be cooking for us, though. Remember.
You don't like dungeon, like in your cave?
You have cooking place here?
Yeah, well, in the cottage for now, but soon when we renovate the rest of it.
What
Yeah,
do you
you-
mean renovate?
Rebuild.
Make better.
Make nice.
I see. Look like dirt heap now.
That rude.
Yeah, it does look like a dirt heap. Looks like a trash pile.
Not clean like Inglot's house.
Would you like to start cleaning for us?
How much you pay for cleaning?
We will.
Nothing.
No, we pay. We pay 1 silver a day.
1 silver a
What?
day.
That's pretty high rate.
Gamble, what are you
What?
talking about?
What?
That comes out of your
Yes.
coffers, mate.
1 silver
Yeah, sure.
each day clean.
When
you
you
go.
are cleaning, you get a silver a day.
We clean every day then.
Starting today. Here you go. And I flick him a silver.
Only if there's things to clean. Don't make a mess just so you can clean it up and get a silver.
What? What?
Well, no, we expect to see things clean. Yeah, you can't just walk around in a
We're
circle.
not just
No.
talking about dusting things. You remove the stones, you remove the weeds, you do the gardening. You understand?
Okay. Where you want we start?
Kitchen. Yeah, make us a
Kitchen.
kitchen. Yeah,
Kitchen. You take
And
me to
cottage.
kitchen.
it'll be in the mansion. So
Mansion,
Yeah.
kitchen, many big common word.
Yeah.
big.
Big house.
Big place.
Go
sort of house.
Yeah, I'll go
Yeah,
with them.
yeah.
I'll take them to the big place.
So
I'll-
big.
And I'll take them to the food hall.
Who live here with you?
At the
Harbeck.
moment, it's just us and Harbeck.
Why you have such big old place house?
Because
We
we
like it.
won it.
Because we're a mighty tribe.
Yes.
Soon.
You so mighty but so dirty.
Yes. It's new.
Yeah.
New place.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Mighty
just
but
bought
dirty.
this.
Crows.
That's the name of the.
Crows.
Crows.
And then crows. You do it as well.
Ah, the
Crows.
crows.
Yeah, with feeling next time.
Crows.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Now, we're going to leave you guys here tomorrow. Don't get up to any trouble.
What trouble?
Oh yeah, no killing anything.
Don't be like Harpies. Be like Hank.
No killing
Right.
anything walks on two legs.
Yeah.
Or babies.
Or centaurs.
No eating babies. No
You
killing.
know, like eating baby.
No
Okay.
You eat
killing
wild-
smooth skins. None of that. Look, we'll teach you how to live. But in
I'm
the
gonna go
meantime,
hunting. I'm going out and I'm gonna go
stick,
hunt for a
stick to the
something.
mansion, tidy up for us, and get on with Harbeck.
Okay.
So you introduced them to Harbeck, I assume. That's a whole conversation that I don't intend to play out.
Mhm. Oh,
Fair.
Okay.
I'm gonna go down on like take a knee with them and just say, look, guys, I take a risk because I believe in the both of you, and I can see that you are the best goblins, and that's why I feel comfortable having you here. So don't let me down.
So can you make another persuasion check, please, Giselle?
Alright. 22.
Far out.
Ooh, damn. Goblin Whisperer.
All right. For your information, you believe that Umglot is completely sold.
Nice.
Riglito is a little bit more skeptical about the whole thing, and he's going along with this because Umglot's doing it, and he's just like questioning everything he does in Goblin. So you're not sure what they're saying, but it sounds like he's kind of like, "Are you sure? Is this real?" Something like that.
Oh well, I feel comfortable that the Unglot's on board, and I think they'll acclimatize in a little while. And if they don't, we'll
Do you share
get
your
the skewer out.
Do you share your food with them?
Share our
Yeah.
food. Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
heroics.
Yeah, if they're willing to use the rock too, we can make a stew.
Do we have food?
I was gonna go foraging.
You managed to persuade them to take out the rock, which they call Morglum Snag.
Morglum snag.
And it apparently usually quadruples the amount of food that you create. Okay, so you share your food with them, and they quadruple it.
Nice.
Nice.
But that being said, it kind of tastes bad.
Mm.
It's not very yummy. It's barely nutritious. It multiplies the amount of food, but it kind of
Doesn't
quarters
multiply the nutrients.
doesn't multiply
Yeah.
the nutrients so much. Yeah.
Okay.
Makes sense. All right.
Still good.
All right.
Still good. All right. Somebody else can take charge.
Well, then that's it. Then we've set them up with their location, their cleaning duties. I'll give them an advance. I'll give them 5 silver each.
Okay, they're
Right.
pretty happy about that.
So Hank would like to turn to Riglito. They speak in common, right? They can't speak common.
These two do speak common. Yeah.
That's right. So
Oddly enough.
Hank turns to Riglito and he says, "Hey, Riglito,
Yeah.
do you know how to write and read?"
Not teaching the boy.
No need for this. Goblin, no need writing. No need rules.
All right. So Hank
No.
would like to Hank would like to take a little bit of So when we haven't lit any fires or anything like that in this kitchen, have we? We haven't like done anything.
I'm assuming
for the
that given that you're using the stone at the moment, you're about to, at the very least.
Okay. All right. So
I
Hank
assumed
is
you were
going
cooking,
to.
and he was using the stone to multiply the food, so that requires a pot.
That's kind of what I thought. That's why I thought there might be some flames. So Hank's going to cast control flames and make a little goblin shape appear out of the thing like this, and say, "Hey, Riglito, check that out."
My goliath! My goliath!
The pair
He
of
goes,
them
wait,
start
and
jumping
then
around.
he turns he turns it into a little effigy of Hank, like a little Hank shaped face like this.
Goliath! He's pointing at this!
They both look across at you.
And then Hank goes. It's okay. It's me. I'm doing that. That's a trick. Funny
This
little
was
trick.
him doing it, you make face. What's wrong with you? Look.
The other one
Yeah.
looks across.
Something like this. Yeah. I say, do you know how to do this, Riglito? Can you do this?
Yes.
Do it then.
No.
Okay. Well, if you know how to do it, then I won't teach you.
You teach me make this.
Maybe one day, but first you got to learn how to read. Yeah. All right. Just have a think about this. Just have a little think about this.
Why you no have hair on your face like the others?
You see that little thing that I did with the flames?
You burn your face.
Somebody else did that.
Oh.
Yeah. See, it's pretty useful.
When you teach the flame trick.
Just take it one step at a time, there, Riglito. Let's get you learning some words
Hank,
first.
can I have a
Looks
quiet
down at
word
his
with you
feet.
about this?
Yeah, sure. So let's go and have a.
I just pull aside and say, Hank, please don't teach the goblins how to use fire.
I might teach them how to become librarian, though.
Yeah.
Wouldn't mind teaching them how to write.
Let's
have a little scribe.
No, they're goblins. Let's get
I
a
think-
human. Get
I think
Marco.
I'm-
Get
I'm gonna
anyone
do it,
else.
Gimble. I think I'd like a little goblin man, Gimble. I think I'd like a little goblin helper in my library, Gimble.
Right.
I think I'm going to do it.
Get the headache. Do what you want. Yeah. I'm gonna go for stew.
All right. Cool. So I return. I'll be like, right, gonna start some lessons soon. Do some word learning, Riglito. Learn some words.
Word learning.
Yeah. See,
Which word
Wrigley-
you teach first?
Hank likes the look of Riglito's sort of like I don't know. You could almost call it critical thinking. You know, because he's not really very convinced with what's going on here. So
Right.
Hank likes that. He's like, yeah, okay, this guy's suspicious. That's cool.
So
Yeah,
he must
maybe
be smart to be suspicious.
Maybe a little more smarts there. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Fair enough. Okay.
Cool.
Sounds good. You work on that then.
All
Very
right.
well. Out of game, what time do you want to keep going till? I'm happy to go for longer, beyond 2.
I have to stop at 2. I've got someone coming over.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So
I'll
we'll
just be
stop
5
it.
minutes. I just need to take 5 for a sec. So I'll
Okay.
be right back.
I also need to get a glass of water.
Let's take 5 then. Let's quickly take
Sweet.
5.
Yeah.
Identify last knife.
That was a nice battle. That was one that didn't feel like we were had our asses against the wall the entire time.
Yeah, it's nice to feel that way sometimes.
Still a little bit of a challenge, but not like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Here
We
we go.
got some beans, which is good,
And 2 goblins.
and some gold. Yeah, a little bit of gold, not much, but I feel like we should start up. We need to start up a page
Your
on
headset's
our
not working. Oh, of the crows. Oh yeah, that's a good one.
crows
Yeah.
crows rest page. Yeah, for
Okay.
the canon.
Yeah,
Um,
that's a good idea, and give roles and whatnot to everyone
Yeah.
of what
So we
we're
give roles and like inventory as well. So like we might add the beans.
yes,
to it.
Beans.
probably the best
Yeah.
part, the way to keep track of the greater Frostmoor Crows.
Right.
What are we adding? Crow's Rest tab?
Crows
Yeah.
rest tab.
Of the additional members of the company.
Good call.
Jesus.
I think like if we create a list as well though of locations within the Crow's Rest and like the current status of them, works that
Oh,
needs
yep.
to be done,
Yep.
that'd be good too.
Yeah.
Yep. Wow. This thing's pretty large now.
Mm.
Yeah,
This,
so we
crows-
have 2 goblins.
We can drop some of the tabs, I think. Yeah, let's have a look. What do we got? So we got each individual tabs, which are fine.
Group bonds.
Group
Probably
bonds
get
can
rid of-
probably go.
Yeah. We're pretty
Mm.
bonded.
Yeah. The calendar and history we could probably drop into the same thing.
True.
Bag of holding we keep. Death saves one. Still nothing from Tricky Bob.
I'll put it in.
Tricky Bob never does
Still
the homework.
nothing from Tricky Boy.
Well, I haven't died that much, to be fair.
That's why you keep missing out on
Yeah, if she dies, we're in
classes.
trouble.
You're
Mm.
tardy, no homework. Oh, yeah. What else we got? We've got dragon coins. Oh no, those are
yeah,
things I
did
want to research.
Wait, we don't have them anymore, do we?
Yeah, we've got them.
Yeah, we
I've
took
still
them
got
back.
some.
I don't know what we did with them. We didn't. Did we
We stole them back.
Oh, that's
did
right.
we use some in Goblin Town? I think we might have tried to use some at some point.
Yeah, I think we wanted to give one to.
Before we started that mass suicide.
No, I thought we
Yeah.
wanted to use it before we used the orb.
No, because we didn't have them at that point. We got them when we got back to Balkanard. So I think if we did use them, it was when right before we once again we triggered the old was it fucking Heaven's Gate? What was the name of the mass suicide?
Did we name it?
Magalibu.
Heaven's Gate cult, yeah. Before we made them do that.
Thank God.
Oh yeah, the
What was
drinking
I
of the Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
technically,
fun.
we didn't make them do it. They did it on their own.
It was their
Well,
idea.
I did
Drinking
push
the
them into a game.
Goblinade.
Yeah. They could have just
Yeah.
emptied their pockets. It would have been easier.
Alright,
Wow.
now back to it. What are we doing?
Well, so what are you doing? What is everybody doing?
Next morning.
Yep, next morning. Okay.
Oh wait, Tricky, are you taking Harvick?
Yeah,
So
gonna
we
make
even
that a long rest.
Tricky and Harbeck are
Yep.
off to
think we've
Balkanard to visit the Justice Court.
Yes.
I see.
And then just for everyone who hasn't. That should count as a long rest.
Yep.
Nice.
I like
Yeah, I'm
the
taking
plants in your background, by the way, Josiah.
Well, they're all Maria's doing. I think she's cultivated like 3 different things from this. They're all
Need
over
some
there.
plants in my background. Yeah.
I've got
Um,
a lot that you can propagate
Wow.
if you want some, either Bride's Veil or what is it called again? Wandering Dew is the
Can I-
purple one.
Can I get a list?
Those are the 2 that I seem to be like spreading the most. So the 2 that are right next between James, they're pretty much like a weed.
Oh, good.
Well, we can come back to this in
Yes.
Discord.
Yeah.
Hardback
you guys-
says to you, by the way, I was all very surprised when you got back here with your new servants and all. Those goblins, they make me a little nervous, if I'm honest with you. This tricky Bob.
Well, they were in a tough spot.
I see that. I see that.
you know-
And I suppose if we can convert them to Moradin, then perhaps that would be a good thing.
That would be the
Yeah.
long-term
No,
goal, I think,
did
here.
mean to tell you something that was important that happened while you're out.
What?
There was a dwarf oddly came through here.
Hmm.
Aye, a ranger. He called himself a ranger. Said his name was Ranier Snowfoot. He was from the lowlands. I thought that was odd. Not too many dwarven lowland rangers, but still, that's what
A
he claimed.
Rainier.
He said he'd been semi-retired now. He'd spent some time now just living his life and gardening and that sort of thing. But lives on the surface, I live here on the surface as you do, but obviously we intend to return to the Banakair when our quests are finished and Moradin feels it's time for us to do so. This ranger, however, lived out here under the big sky permanently. Do you think about
Wow.
that?
Wait, out of game. Is Rainier the name of one of the characters from Earthdog?
Reyna.
Reyna.
Different character.
Oh, different. Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
I see. So where did he go afterwards?
Well, he said he was going through Balkanad to pick up some supplies, then heading up north to the pass. So
What
he's
was he
going
doing
to-
up there?
Well, he's traveling to Ankhorn. I hear that's what he said. These are the routes that he makes.
He makes the routes.
Aye, goes
Oh,
about
I
there. aye.
see. Well,
Says he knows a little about the Goliath tribes up there too.
Does he know? Did he tell you anything?
Oh, not much, not much. He told me that the Stormcaller tribe, they a little bit upset about the treaty and all.
Right.
They feel that the Goliath tribes are not being protected as they're supposed to be. Apparently, that the somebody up north is selling the Goliath some kind of I don't know what it is, something bad, and it makes them
Something
sick.
bad.
Makes the Goliath sick, but they buy it nonetheless, and it's become like some sort of epidemic, if you like, some kind of problem to the Goliath. Many of them have become sick by this, and
Is it like a drug?
I don't know.
My goodness.
In
Well,
any case, these Goliath, the elders believe that Balkanard and the humans are responsible because they represent the Moldrayan kingdom, and Moldrea has a pact with these Goliath to protect them, and they do not feel that they're being protected from whatever it is that's causing this epidemic.
Well, we were going to go to Balkanad and actually have a discussion about the Goliath we met out on a journey a couple of days ago. So maybe that's something to note.
So you met a Goliath? Did you?
Yeah, he was hanging out with these fancy elves, not like high elves, but like
Eladrin.
yeah, Eladrin, right. So yeah, we were gonna talk to Balkanad about it, I think, but now that we've got a bit more info on what's happening with the Goliaths, that might be worthwhile.
Right. So you saw some fancy elves? What?
Yeah, so they got a portal to the Fae. Supposedly, allegedly. We haven't seen it.
Well, I mean, there's stories going back thousands of years that this whole area is, well, much of Sidariel, in fact. You know, 2 suns. It causes these magical effects, the moons and what. Are the
Well,
common portals, or are these something else?
Don't know, but I think we need to seize them. But anyway, come with us to Balkanad, and then we're gonna talk about the Goliaths there as well.
Very well. Off we go. Let's travel. And thus you do. Batman wipe. Cut to
alright.
yes.
Well, do we
Gimbal.
go dump Marco?
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Marco.
You
Yeah.
take old Marco home.
Like I picked a Tricky and Hardwick. They've got stuff to do in town. They've got to
Marco's
do the
family.
things.
Marco's family will offer you basically any amount of money that they have, which is not very much. Any amount of food, but they will always put you up in their house anytime you want. They would be prepared to. You think they would be prepared to hide you if there was somebody looking for you, even that kind of thing.
Worth noting.
Do you know the background that is in fact called no, what is it called? I'm gonna have to look this up, aren't I?
Is it rustic hospitality?
Rustic hospitality, is that the background from
Oh, that's
the folk hero, the folk hero
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay.
right? So basically that's what you guys have in Balkanad.
Oh,
Great.
neat.
Well, I won't take that money. I don't think.
No,
Yeah, I don't
look
feel
at
right
it
doing
anyway.
that either.
They seem like they're a bit hard put upon.
Isn't right?
Must be
They're-
difficult having a son that wanders into the grasps of harpies.
And a
And
daughter.
is that thick?
They do make leather, pig leather. This family, that's what they mostly do. They also sell pig meat, pork, etc. And they keep and raise pigs. But the bigger, the raising the pigs is actually not the most they can make their money from. They make the most of their money from the pig leather, which they sell to at exorbitant rates and sell it in the markets here, from whence it is purchased and taken from here to Ankhorn to Vangate and other places. Pig leather being, it's a little bit nicer than cow leather, softer and.
Do you think? Do you think you could make like a sort of a velum from pig leather?
A velum? No.
Yeah, like
that's type
a,
of shirt, is it?
No, it's kind of like really thin leather. Like they used it for writing once upon a time.
Vellum, right?
Vellum, sorry, vellum.
I don't know how to say it honestly. That's just how I've said it in the past. So when you said velum, I didn't connect the dots.
I'm exactly the same. I don't know how to say it, but
Okay, so you're right.
I think it's
yeah,
double
you
L,
could-
so it is vellum. Yeah.
Yep, you could make a light writing leather from it for sure.
All right, it's pretty cool to know. Well, we should take some meat though. We should take some pork meat if they've got some.
Mm.
They
Hey.
do, yeah. They'll give you meat.
Yeah, give us some meat. That'd be cool.
Very,
Yeah.
very well. They're very happy to have their son returned, and their daughter is in a lot of trouble right now. Do you tell them what actually happened to him, or
Yes,
No,
I
no.
definitely do.
That he was found on a skewer.
Well, yeah, because I need to know the dangers of wandering in the woods by themselves or swamps, whatever it was.
I don't think it'd be any harm to tell them he was attacked by harpies.
It's he asks you before you get there what you're going to tell them. Actually, he wants
The
to
truth,
know.
obviously.
I think we can eliminate the part of him being completely skewered. I think that might traumatize his family a little bit.
Well, we should
I
not.
mean,
Okay,
he
we tell them
knows.
you got kidnapped.
It's up to him then.
Yes.
Yeah,
So do you
why
mind
not?
not telling them about like where I was?
The arse spear.
No, but we should, because you will go there again if we don't tell them.
Sorry, boy, we're telling the truth.
Yes, but can you try and minimize my stupidity in being there at the wrong
Well,
time?
then be
at the
less
wrong
stupid.
place? Because I've
How about-
already suffered from the actual outcome. I don't need to live it again through my family every time they feel
Well,
like
imagine if you
punishing
died,
me.
what would happen?
I would be free of my family's abuse.
Why don't we tell
Wait,
them that
like,
you got
actually
lost?
abusive?
You got lost. You didn't know where you were, and you wandered off quite.
Well,
quite
that is
some
what
distance.
happened. That's exactly what happened.
No, you told us Daisy told you to go to the ruins.
Why don't we tell them that we came across him and he was besought upon by harpies and he'd already downed one, but he couldn't handle all of them and
No.
No.
I'll just
No.
tell them we found him on a
No.
skewer. I
No,
don't care.
no. But look, fine. We will minimize the detail.
All right,
You're not gonna give them
outcome.
like
cut
Gory
to
details.
cut to the door. You open the door and you go in.
Still
and
discussing what we're going to say.
Josiah, you're very persuasive. Apparently, you
and
got this.
mother and father usher you in. And who did you say these people were, son? They rescued me. Oh,
The
rescued me.
Frostmoor Crows.
Oh, Frostmoor Crows, did you say?
Mhm.
Well, never heard of you.
Oh,
Aw.
well, you have now.
Yes, and tell
Saviors
all your
of
friends.
Marco.
And
And get them
father
to tell
comes
their
in.
friends.
Looks
and
like
get
we've
them to tell
got
their friends.
guests there, my dear wife. And
Barbara.
they bring you in and settle you down, and begin to make tea and things. Oh, to what do we owe this pleasure? Oh, he was saved by this group here, calling themselves the Frostmoor. What was it?
Crows.
Oh, I
Crows.
see.
Responsible for the ogre extermination of good 2 months ago now.
The wife shakes her head. What are you talking about? Husband looks back at her. I don't have a clue.
Not to worry. Not to worry.
Not one of these people has a clue about that.
Oh man.
Well,
It's fine.
you
That's
know,
fine.
it was a while ago now, I guess.
Ah, no, all right. So what did happen then, son? What did they talk about? They saved you from what? Oh, and that's
Yeah, boy. What happened?
Harpies.
Pick your words.
Some harpies, and they were going to kill me. And the people turned up. These crows turned up. The Frostmoor Crows turned up exactly at the time, and they saved my life. I
Pretty much how it happened.
would have been dead if not for them. They healed me from a very severe injury. Oh, son, you're all right. I'm all right now, Dad, but I would have been dead if not for the healing that they gave me and them finding me at the right time. They're very powerful. Looks over at you, Gimbal, and good and honest.
That we are. That we are. And we're all too happy to help.
And we should recompense them with anything that we have, meat or leather, time, whatever they need. Father, these people have been good to us, and they will be too in the future, Hank.
Yep.
That was
Yes.
Very well, Dad. Very well, son. We'll do these things for you. Looks up at you guys. Well, I'm Bronwyn. Yes, and we'll do these things for you. So
Well, we
what
don't
can
ask for anything
you-
in return.
Yes,
We just
no.
we're happy to help. Really.
So you
was-
don't feel there's anything we can do for you now?
Nah.
Not
Oh,
at this. Not at this stage. If
I'll take some pig meat.
Well, some more tea at least, and pig
Oh,
meat.
lovely.
Yes, pork. How
Maybe
much
some
pork
pig
can
meat
you
would be nice.
handle? How much pork can you handle, lad? Looks like you
Oh,
can
I-
handle quite a lot.
I pat my belly and I say, "You don't earn one of these by eating carrots."
That's true. That's true. Well, carrots, Dad, they help you see in the dark.
Yeah,
Yes,
I could use with
I'll
some
see you
carrots
later.
actually. I could eat some more carrots.
Eat
you
enough
could, you
carrots.
should only eat carrots.
Do they make your
It's
ears
like-
grow longer as well?
Hmm.
No,
Yeah,
son,
and-
that's
and
owls. They
hear-
can already see in the dark.
Yeah, because of all the carrots. So, and I pat Marco on the head.
He looks over at you. Don't confuse my son, will you?
All right, fine.
All right, so all of this goes down. You have a nice time, and
Good.
what would you like to do after visiting with the
We're
lads?
going to have to go to
and-
Back to
Balconard, aren't we?
Mm.
We will
Yeah.
have to, yep.
Back to Balconard. Okay, so you march back to Balconard. It's not too far. They're just out the other side of the Great Wall, around the outside of Balconard. Have you guys seen the map of Balconard?
Yeah, you showed us
Yep.
a little bit of it.
Yes,
Yeah.
with
Right.
the uprisen thing.
Right, so let's move
the
everyone
churches.
over to Balconard. Presently, you should go here.
Yeah, there we go. Cool.
Right. Okay, so you come into Balconard, and where are you going to go from here?
Hank wants to go and visit the herb guy that he got the diamonds from.
The alchemist?
The alchemist, yeah.
Right, this is
Sornel.
Day Sornel.
Sonal, that's right, yeah.
All right.
Yeah. And
Very
he's
good.
going to when you remember when Hank picked up a few thingamabobs. I've got those silly seeds, but I'm gonna keep hold of them.
Mhm.
But there's also he found like a rare snow orchid, which is an elven herb.
Right. So Day
Yeah, did
Sornel
he
is
only-
inside the orange circle on the map. If you
Yeah,
can see that.
Wait, so I'll just pop Hank over there now. There you go. He's sort of in that orange circle. But do you think Hank would have picked more than one of those orchids, or would there just be the one rather than a group?
There was just one.
Okay, cool.
There was
All right.
literally one.
Right. Okay. And I also had some black lichen too.
Right.
Some
Okay,
of
so
that
you
weird
go into
black
Day's.
lichen.
You go into Day's shop, and he looks up as you come and he smiles. Nice
Hello,
day, isn't
Mr.
it?
Sornel. A beautiful day. Beautiful, crisp, Frostmoor day.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I've come to bring you something to have a look at, actually.
You have you?
Yeah. So I open up my pouch and I pull out some of the black lichen first. I just pop that in and say, "What do you think of that?"
I will pay you handsomely for that.
The black lichen, very good.
Yes.
Right. Incidentally, I
I'll
have
give you
one other thing.
up to 60 gold for that black lichen.
What is it? Can you tell me?
And he does, out of games. It's a very active ingredient in a number of different potions that are required for things. And he'll go into that, and we can talk about that more out of game.
Yep. Incidentally, I have another thing that may interest you, and yeah, I
Oh,
pull out
okay.
the elven snow orchid. Yeah.
Looks at you for a long time, and he looks back at the orchid, and he looks back at you. You found it, he says very calmly.
Yep. I did. Can I roll an insight check
Yep.
to see if he's sort of like plotting any sort of any sort of like if he's going to try and withhold anything from me, or
Right.
so
roll?
that's 16.
16.
Yeah.
For a moment, you feel like you thought you saw him withholding his own excitement.
Right. Okay. So I pick it up and I sort of look at it in the light and say, "It's very pretty, isn't it?"
Be careful with that.
I
You
shall be
should put
careful.
it somewhere. I have something that would be perfect for that. And he brings out this small tray and pours a little bit of water in it. He says, "Just lay it here."
All right, so I lay it there. Give it
the
to him.
ledge, on the edge of it. I can fetch you 3,000 gold pieces for this.
Yowza.
I'll take it. Can I also know what it is?
Um,
We can deal with that out of game as well if you like.
Indeed. And it is a northern snow orchid.
Northern snow orchid.
Damn.
Are you going to share that?
I mean, we're not there. Are we there?
I-
Do we go
I haven't-
together?
I
Yeah,
think it's
actually, where
going
are
to
we?
go. I think it's going to go into the kitty,
Groceress?
actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobles will pay for this simply to have them in their court, if as a sign of their ludicrous expenses, shall we say. On the other hand, alchemists and potion makers seek this stuff for its various magical properties. If you boil it, it becomes a healing property. If you conduct other business about it, it can be used as a poison. It's very versatile,
I see.
very potent. It causes dreams that allow the dreamer to make passage to the astral plane.
Wow.
Wow.
So it has
I shall-
scrying properties that can be compounded with other drugs and herbs and various, shall we say, plant matter, to make even greater and more powerful powders and snuffs, etc.
Very good. I shall keep an eye out for some more of this good stuff.
One flower, 3,000 gold.
I shall enjoy that 3,000 gold. Thank you. It'd be very useful. One final thing, and I don't expect this to fetch another 3,000 gold pieces, but I'd like you to have a look. And I flick him one of the seeds, one of the snow bean seeds. So what do you think of that?
He
Found it on some harpies.
He casts a spell which you identify as identify.
Very good. Yep, I would know it.
You would know it, and he says, "Well, it's magical."
Oh, very good. I don't suppose you could tell me what it. I mean, I can just identify it myself, I suppose, but
I've never seen anything like it before.
oh,
To be, I'm not sure if it's cursed.
well, I
Be
mean,
careful with it.
I was going to give it to you actually. I've got some more here,
Oh.
so you can have that if you like, if you want to study it, and I'll keep the rest with me. And
Do you think we should plant one to see what it does?
I think that would be a great idea.
Should we plant all of them?
Uh,
I've got space in the garden out the back.
yeah, okay.
Let's have a look. Very well. So you take them out the back. He says, "Here's the bag," and he makes some space in the garden for them and prepares the things and gives you the tools and allows
Very
you
good.
to plant them in the garden. Would you like to make a nature check?
I will make a nature check.
How well can you plant seedlings?
Probably pretty shit, actually. Do you think he might give me a hand?
Yeah, he'll give you a hand.
All right. So that's 14 on the first roll. Yeah, 14.
14, okay. You plant the seedlings and then you pour a little bit of water onto each seedling and they appear to be like seedlings, wet in the ground.
Okay. All right, very good.
Very
Cool.
well then, as he says, and you go back inside. We'll see what comes of those, eh?
Thank you.
Planning to
Does
stay
he give-
around Balkanard long enough to find out.
Yes, actually. Yes, I probably will be.
Good.
I imagine you'll see a fair amount of me
I see.
over the coming weeks or days or years. Who knows?
That orchid and that gold, I'm going to have to raise that money.
Okay, that's fine.
I have some of it.
Very good. How much do you have right now? And
Well,
how much?
by the end of 2 weeks, I should think I should have all of it.
Okay, sure.
For now, I have perhaps 700 gold.
Okay. Yep. Absolutely. So that'll be, should we say,
It's more of a cash flow problem that I am.
No, that's understandable. That's fine. Yep. 3. I mean, I appreciate your honesty. So let's say 700 now, and then in 2 weeks, the remaining 1,300.
Perfect.
No, 2,300. Yeah.
Yes, forgive me. Yes, I made the same mistake.
No, that's fine. That's okay. I'm gonna add that to the kitty.
All right.
So I say 760. We'll say he gives me 760 because of the 60 for the black lichen as well.
Sure. Yep.
Cool. Super. Excellent.
All
First
right.
town.
Very good. Well, that's all my that's my business. I bid you good day, Sauna. We will see each other again.
We shall. We shall. Yes.
Yeah.
Make a
Yeah, bugger
perception
off.
check, please, Hank.
All right. I'll make a perception check. 17.
A little face was in the window the whole time. That of a child. The child runs away and runs off.
All right. I get my Hogsmore to follow him and then come back to me when he finds out where he goes.
Hogsmore is outdoors right now?
Yeah.
Okay, but you still have contact with Hogsmore regardless, right?
Yeah. Yeah, within 100 feet.
Okay. Can you make Hogsmore a perception check?
All right. Perception check from Hogsmore. It's +3 with advantage. So that's 15. 15.
That just succeeds. Hogsmoor
excellent.
follows the child a few blocks out of your range of communications at that point.
That's fine.
Continues to follow though.
Yeah. So the orders for Hogsmoor were to keep going until she finds out where he stops, where he goes.
Okay. Very good. Good. So that happens. You step out of the shop at this point. You're heading
I think so.
off?
Yeah, I've done my business for Sawnal, so I'll probably just head out. I don't think I've got anything else to do in Balkanard, actually.
All right. Cool. Well, for your sake, I'm going to suggest it's 2:06. You need to wrap up. So we'll let you go.
Why don't I head to the old tavern that we started at? The something arms.
Watchman's Arms.
Watchman's
Watchman's
Arms.
I was wondering what that
yeah.
was called. I was trying to remember.
Yeah. So I'll head to the Watchman's Arms and say hi to old what's his face, the clothier.
All right. You can do that.
All
Very
right.
good. Thank you,
Neato.
Hank, for the afternoon. And
Goodbye, my darlings.
does anybody else have anything they'd like to do before we wrap up?
No.
Can I go to my classes? And that's pretty much it.
Yes, you can.
Yay.
You can. So you do that. All right. And everybody else?
Yeah,
No.
all good.
All good.
good.
Okay. Thank you all.
We'll book an
Thank
appointment
you.
for Balkanard first thing next session.
Yes, that.
All right.
Yes.
Ew.
And
Will
then
I,
we'll discuss.
am I seeing you on Thursday or next Sunday?
That's the question we'll go into and try and get an
Okay.
answer by the end of the day, I guess.
All right. Cool.
Sweet.
See you
All right,
later.
thanks, Russ. See ya.
See you guys. Thank you. Bye-bye.